Is that not? Are they not 3 and? How could they be 2 and 5? They were up by like 30 points.
You get to bed around 7 o'clock last night?
30 points, I thought.
It's quite a fourth quarter.
Oh, I skipped the fourth quarter. Oh, no. What happened? Oh, it was really funny. I don't know who, one of the Broncos after the game had said that I might have been Joe Flacco. I don't know who it was. No? He is a football player.
I mean, that is a football player.
Okay, so maybe it was Joe Flacco. You don't know.
He may have watched
Was
the
he
game.
watching? Oh. Cincinnati checking in. Don't steal our quarterback. Oh, I know who it was. Peyton Manning. He played, right?
For the Broncos.
Yeah. No. Last night.
Last night? I don't think he played, but I didn't.
No? He's
Like
a
you, I
Bronco.
turned this off in the third.
As you're driving out of the stadium, like you're like, all right, well, at least I'm 15 minutes from home. What? Wait, what's going on? What are they doing? Yeah, I think it was like, what was the score going into the fourth quarter?
18.
I'm sorry, fourth inning. What was the
19-0.
19-0? And then all of a sudden, I mean, the Giants also, kept up. But unfortunately, yeah, I think with wasn't it under a minute left that it was, what was the score at?
With less than a minute left, the Denver would have been leading.
Well, at one point it was like,
What's up, baby?
what?
You got a question, right?
Not anymore.
Okay.
Weird.
What?
No, I didn't like where that went. At one point it was 32-30.
Yeah.
Very, very near the end.
Oh, yeah. With 33 seconds left, the Giants scored. And they were up 32-30.
That's what I'm saying. You just said, because if it was a minute left, but then
if it was a minute left,
and the
Denver
Broncos were in the lead.
Yeah.
But because it was and then they were like, okay, well, we are actually going to win the game. Okay, all right. That's what I was like, what?
Yeah,
yes, of course, because technically, at a minute left, the Giants were down.
Yeah.
And then they were like, don't even worry about it. Boom, couple extra points here, couple extra points there. Little FG, you know what I'm saying? Hit them with an FG is what they say.
So, yeah, with 33 seconds left,
Yeah, they were up now.
the Giants scored a touchdown. And they were
TD.
up. Okay, sure. I don't know what that means, but sure.
Yeah.
They were up 6, and then they were like, or no, they were up 2, I'm sorry.
2.
And they were like, let me just kick this extra point real quick, make it a field goal game.
Yes. Now this is all ours.
And then
the Broncos were like, hang on, a what game? Field goal? Why don't we just go do a field goal real quick? And the Giants were like, you don't want to do a field goal.
the Giants missed the extra point.
Right.
So
And then,
unfortunately, it was only a 2-point game.
right. And they're like, you don't want, because if you do that, you'll win. It wouldn't be tied. You don't want to do that. You'll win in that case. And then, well, they did it. And yeah, New York, it's not a great season for anyone in New York that watches football. I mean, not a lot of them haven't been, to be honest, but especially this one, because then you go, oh, I can't believe they blew it. In the last quarter, I can't believe they blew it. At least we still have our 0-7 Jets.
This is particularly bad, though.
I was horrible. I mean, you had it. It was right there for you. And then you got it back. You had it back then. I just lost it again.
Did you read the stat
Which one?
about teams that were up 18 points with 6 minutes or less to play?
I think it's like 50-50.
No.
Is what I read.
No.
Like 50% of the time they blow it.
No.
Like that's just part of the game. And 50% of the time you're going to blow a lead like that. What was the stat that you read?
That 1,602 games where that had happened.
This season?
No. Just
Oh.
no.
In the history of
In the history of football.
National Football League. Mm-hmm. Okay, but these
There
are
have
only
been 1,602 consecutive games.
these are only professional games, right? You're not talking about like high school or like pickup games.
No, I'm not talking about the CFL.
Okay, all right.
I'm not even talking about the XFL.
Okay, so it could have happened. Like you're not talking about if the neighborhood kids just get together and play a game.
Little flag football.
Flag football.
Right, no.
Okay, all right. But so for NFL specifically, it's been how many?
1,602.
Okay, and how many of those have you seen that
Have I seen?
Or
I don't
no,
watch football.
No, me neither. How many of those have we seen something like this happen?
0.
Bro? What?
That's the thing. That's consecutive. 0.
And they broke the streak?
Yeah.
That's good for the Giants.
So shout out to the Giants.
Good for the
making history.
Giants.
Yeah.
They broke the streak.
Hey, records are made to be broken.
Now, I mean, if you're the Broncos, though, you got to go, listen.
The Denver Broncos.
We celebrate what we did here today, but, like, we probably shouldn't have been in the position that we were in. You know what I mean? You can't get...
Yeah, these upstart Giants have a lot of heart.
I mean, heart's good, but you could also, like, not blow it in the very end of the game.
Denver's also coming off the travel week from London.
You're saying they're tired?
Apparently
That would happen to Jets, too?
guys. No, I think the Jets, the season just happened to the Jets.
Oh, they just suck.
Yeah, it was just,
Okay.
yeah, it was just a Sunday.
They're like, well, we also have jet lag coming from London. It's the same.
Yeah, same flight. Probably both same airport.
Right. So, you know, although, I mean, I guess the Broncos maybe a little bit because they're on that, like, West Coast time. So they have a little, but the Jets still are suffering from jet lag.
Jet lag? These are grown men. Who?
I mean, and they're actual Jets. They shouldn't be.
Okay.
Can't suffer from self-lag.
Yeah, I mean, the game was a week ago in London.
Am I the only one who doesn't buy into that? Like, they played on Sunday in London. These are grown men. They've had many, many days to get sleep.
I mean,
Many days.
it is a particularly brutal sport.
I know, but like,
No. I would agree with Travis. You've had a week.
you've
to
flown
not
back
jet
probably on Sunday,
Yeah.
right?
It's not like you're hanging out in London. Well, let me do some shopping. I'll come back on Wednesday.
Like, I'm sorry.
And
I
also,
don't-
by the way,
I hate that.
It's not Australia.
Yeah,
It's
like I know it's a
London.
brutal sport. Absolutely. Like, you don't want to play on Sunday and then play sometimes when there's like a Wednesday game later on. You don't want that.
But that
sucks.
That sucks. But that would also be like saying, "Well, I'm very tired because I played last week as well." Of course, that's the job.
Okay, you had a flight
I flew from London a week ago, so I'm very tired. So don't.
If Troy told you like, "Oh man, I'm really tired because a week ago I went to China."
I just stare
Like,
at him.
shut up, dude.
I'd be like, "What are you talking about?" I mean, I get okay. You probably kick out of it. It's been a week. You know what I mean? I don't know.
If I may play Denver's advocate here for a moment.
That's very cute.
It is. I think it's the cumulative effect of flying over there, playing a football game at like a weird time, and then flying back and having to do all of the football stuff that's involved in between, and then coming back and trying to get yourself back on schedule to play a team that didn't have to do that. The previous
I
week.
don't know.
That could take almost a week.
I just always feel like when
No,
I read
it's
like,
bullshit.
"Oh, they might be suffering jet lag." Okay,
You're not.
Yeah.
You're not suffering jet lag. That's ridiculous.
I'm tired.
Yeah, I mean, and these are elite level athletes. They can't. I mean, get back. They can't snap back after a week. These are top titty athletes, is what
Top
they call
titty.
them. Top titty athletes. I mean, you know, you want a couple of days, fine. Like a week of jet lag is what you tell your wife when you don't want to deal with her.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, honey. I shouldn't have snapped at you. It's still jet lag from the London trip. No, I know, but then getting back for practice, I shouldn't have snapped, but it's jet lag. But like,
It's like if Hot Dog didn't upload a video or something. He'd be, "I'm sorry, jet
I'm
lag."
still jet lag. From what? I forgot you were even gone.
But if NFL fans and sports talk radio hosts can be compared to anything, I think a nagging wife is probably pretty close.
I would say so. That's fair. That's fair. So, but yeah, no. I'm 100% with you, Travis. That the idea you're playing one game. It's one. It's not like it's.
I understand it's very physically demanding,
It's really difficult. I would have a huge problem doing it. Okay.
but to be like,
Huge problem.
the jet lag.
No.
Okay, you sat for 8 hours on a plane.
Right, and had to get your body back. Well, because they sleep at a different time.
And then either
Okay.
went to bed early or stayed up late to get back on schedule.
Right. Well, last week, the game was at a different time. When? Last week?
Last week.
Oh, okay.
7 days.
All right, must have been tough. Must have been tough. And we're going to have to do this all the way, maybe even to like January before we get a break. Oh, okay. All right. I'm not saying it's not demanding.
A lot of teams do
Fair.
fall apart down the stretch because they're just beat up.
Sure, game
yeah.
after game, of course. That I buy.
I'm not arguing that at all.
That I buy, and you have to go full force every single time. Every game counts, of course. But like,
I'm arguing grown-ups using jet lag. as an
Don't
excuse.
also, you know, they're probably still tired from their big trip. Oh, are they? Oh, they're still tired from the big trip? I mean, can you imagine a grown-ass man telling another grown-ass man, oh, are you still tired from your big trip?
That's my point.
Like, what the fuck? Do you want to fight right now?
And these aren't like old guys who get tired.
No, these
You're
are
in
20s.
your 20s and your 30s.
Except maybe because the Broncos were there. Joe Flacco, he's a little older.
Okay.
Was he with the Broncos?
Joe Flacco is a little
I
older.
just see the orange. Yeah, they don't make the older. They don't. That's why they don't make Joe Flacco or Aaron Rodgers go over there. They make them play each other.
No, they did. They made Aaron Rodgers go a
that's
couple
right.
weeks ago.
That's right. He was.
complained about the
course.
time change.
Now I get that.
Well, of course he is. He's
He's a
what,
cranky
40.
old man. Yeah.
He's 40, right? That's how old he is? 40, 41,
yeah.
something like that?
I understand that.
I mean, he just wants to go on darkness retreats and do ayahuasca and stuff. Like, he wants to relax. And he's earned the relaxation.
He's pure blood.
What does that mean?
No vax.
I forgot about that. He's extra healthy.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I forgot he was that. But, like, yeah, for elite level athletes in their 20s to be like, also the jet lag, like, shut up, dude. I have to play football every single week. I have to do another one of these games every single week. Yeah, that is tough. And jet lag. Okay. And jet lag, fine. And there were no snacks on the flight. I was so hungry.
You don't understand. They ran out of popcorn.
Right. I mean, also, like, you know how they're traveling. It's not like they're traveling commercial economy.
You mean they're not like RFK and Cheryl Hines?
No. They're on a charter jet with lay flat seats. They're fine.
It says it could last up to 2 to 4 days.
Jet lag? It was 7 days ago.
7 days ago.
That was. I mean, I appreciate 2 to 4 days. It's a lot. And the fact that 4 days is on the low, like 4 days, still complaining about jet lag 4 days later is like, oh my God.
I wouldn't respect you.
Like, shut the fuck up. Yeah, I wouldn't respect. No, I have no respect for any adult person who says 4 days after their trip, I'm still feeling it. Well, then don't. You know what? You're not fit to travel then.
Yeah, don't leave. Don't leave the
ever.
time zone.
Yeah, don't ever leave. Never leave.
You can go to Central Time, maybe.
Maybe, but I don't even want to hear about it because if you're complaining 4 days later about jet lag, you're probably at least the next day going to be like, oh, I'm still on Central Time.
My trip to Chicago.
Yeah, I woke up an hour earlier than usual. I don't know. I'm getting tired. Must be on Central Time. Yeah, no,
Well, you don't understand. We rolled back the clocks.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay. No, jet lag's like a day. The first day you get back, you're tired, and so you maybe try to go to sleep a little earlier, and then you kind of get back into it. By day 2, you're okay, and by day 3, you're fine.
What about a week later?
Not by day 7, and it's the third quarter of a NFL football game
And you're
in October, and you're
young
like,
man.
I think I'm still on London time, coach. So tired.
Sometimes it takes a while to shake the sleepies out.
No, I guess I forgot about the sleepies. They're literally like giving people smelling salts and all kinds of crazy shit. Adrenaline is through the roof. There's a stadium full of people to watch you, not only on national television, but the only thing on national television that people are still watching. And that adrenaline, yeah. And that adrenaline is not enough to kick out of the jet lag. I don't know. I haven't shaken the accent either. Why is he still talking like that? I don't know. He doesn't travel well.
Why are there so many bubbies on the field? No, man, those are police officers.
Why is he kicking the ball down the field? This is how we play football. He was there for 2 days. When they do the London games, how long are they in the area for? I mean, it's got to be more than 2 days.
It kind of depends. Like,
It's got to be like 5 days, right, to kind of get used to it?
I don't know. I think they fly in maybe for like
Well, I know
late
Aaron
week.
Rodgers. He was complaining about them not going early enough.
How early did he wanted them to go a month in advance?
He wanted them to take the game off before.
Yeah, because his thing was he didn't even get to see the Tower of London. He's like, I mean, I saw the bridge, I saw Big Ben, but I didn't even get to tour the Tower of London.
They do a bunch of shit like that. Like they bring
They
them
do.
in to go see all the stuff. Yes, I think they probably bring them in because they want to put the practice on display so they can get all like the
Sure.
press out there.
Get the press
so you do
out
one
there.
of those, and then
And then the Tourism Board of London probably wants
Yeah.
the players to go and do all the shit. Like, look, you can see those guards outside Buckingham Palace. Make faces at them all you want. You could moon them. You could do whatever. They're not allowed to move.
Yeah, they go a few days out because I know. So the Rams were there this weekend, and I know that they played in Baltimore last Sunday, and then they used Camden Yards as a practice facility on Monday and maybe Tuesday. So they were still in the States, as they call it.
Right, but they were on this side of the pond.
They were on this
as
side
they
of the
call
pond.
it.
They didn't like fly out immediately after the game.
But maybe on Tuesday.
Yeah, Tuesday or
evening,
Wednesday, yeah.
They fly out, land on Wednesday, and again,
And let's not act like it's a 5-hour flight.
it's not the Middle East.
Isn't it quicker to get to London than it is to get to California?
From
here?
From here, yes, it is. Yes, it's not Australia.
Oh.
It's not a 22-hour flight. It's none of that. Okay, it's like it's London. It's okay. You know, it's Europe. It's just you fly across the ocean and then you get there,
then you're there.
everything's okay.
You watch
Now
Barbarian 3 times.
Right, and then you're there already, and you probably won't even get to finish the third one.
Well, no, because you got to start preparing for landing.
Well, you have to stow your thing for landing.
now this is the team that won the game.
Right.
The jet-lagged
The
Broncos.
jet-lagged Broncos,
Yeah.
who were very jet-lagged and who were probably really feeling it by the fourth quarter because they were powering through in the beginning, but they must have been so tired. Because, I mean, what time was it? What time did the game end? Right around 7:30, something like that?
Yeah. That's probably when their body clock finally adjusted.
Oh, you think they shook off the jet lag in the fourth
Yeah, it
quarter?
takes a little while, yeah.
That's right. That's right. Oh, my God. Maybe they came in during halftime, and they were like, I'm starting to feel less jet lag. And then by the end of the third quarter, oh, my God, it's gone. We're cured from jet lag.
Very refreshed.
I mean,
Where's the coffee?
and also, you know, how about this? Tell the broadcasters, these analysts, if jet lag were a real issue, then the players should not be traveling internationally for just regular season games.
Well, some of them have objected to this.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure that they have, but then, you know, Goodell is like, well, we're trying to make this an international
Yeah, we'll
sport.
have more.
Yeah, guess what, fellas?
I mean, we're going to have more. Didn't they say, like, the goal is to get to 16 games so that every team can
Yeah, they
play
want everybody to
internationally
do it.
once a year?
Well, they want a global product. I
Sure.
understand that.
Yeah.
You know, they want
And I mean, I guess it's popular. I refuse to believe that there's this many, like, Steeler fans in Ireland when they play these games.
no, but I know in Brazil it's been nuts.
Brazil, it's popular, yeah.
They're
And,
like-
it is popular in London. They've been playing in London for a while.
Well, they all don't forget. All these other countries love our shit, and
Well-
don't forget that. Like they love our shit,
You
and
know
I mean,
why?
well, we're the greatest exporter of entertainment in the world. They all love our shit. Nobody's sitting there like, oh, let's just watch British movies.
And they
they
love
go-
the Jaguars.
Oh, they love them.
You know why?
Why?
Because Khan owns them.
Right,
And
and
he
he owns
owns-
one of the footy teams. That's right. That's right. So there's a connection right there. But they love our shit, you know what I mean? And they like to pretend. And I like that we go over there. We don't call it some other shit. We go, we're bringing the NFL to England, and you guys are going to have to call your football soccer. You guys are going to have to call it what we call it because we're going to take over football for you guys. And they're like, no. Are you going to go to the... Well, I guess I will go to the game. I do love their shit.
Shit is so good.
The American shit is so good. You know? Like, they really figured it out. And then they go, and listen, can you imagine never getting this? NFL games are exciting.
Yeah.
Getting to go over there and be like, this is very exciting.
Finally, some excitement.
Right. They've been convinced all their lives that soccer is exciting. It's not exciting.
Ooh, 0-0. It was really good.
Right.
How long was it? It was like 5 hours.
And they wouldn't say 0-0.
0-0.
Very good. Very good. I mean, they made a whole movie about betting it like Beckham. Wait till they see some of these quarterbacks, man. Wait till they hear about Tom Brady. Their minds are gonna be blown.
Oh, throw it like Tom?
That's right. Throw it like Tom. It really does just roll off the tongue. Throw what? The football. You know, the football. Let's go to AJ in Florida. What's up, AJ?
Hey guys, how's it going? Hey,
Good.
the funny thing about jet lag is that of all the teams, it should affect the Denver Broncos the least, because not only is it just like being uncomfortable in the air like you would be on a bus, but it deprives you of oxygen. And since they're that high up there in Mile High
Boom.
Stadium, they should have plenty of oxygen. It's been such an issue with jet lag in the NFL. They've been having conversations about making specific aircraft that pressurize heavier in the air for private charters for international flights.
Come on,
Paid
dude.
millions and millions.
Like, just suck it up. Remember when they did it? I mean, the fact that they got helmets on is ridiculous. Yeah. I mean, come on. How cozy do you need it to be? When did this become a game for millionaires to be treated like the millionaires that they are? You're supposed to like rough it and then count your money after, if you can still count. You know, like that's what it is. It's not, you know, you're not supposed to give them the rock star treatment. It's special NFL pressurized planes. I mean, Mike, that has to disgust you.
I mean, it does sound pretty sweet, although I do understand how many people would pine for the days of the 70s and 80s when players were like coked up and drinking the night before the game.
You know what I'm saying? Don't you think that would be more difficult to wake up and play the game during than jet lag from a week ago?
I think Hunter Thompson like hung out with the Steelers the night before they beat the Cowboys in the Super Bowl.
Right.
And he said the entire offensive line was just yacked out of their minds talking about how they were going to beat the Cowboys the next day.
Well, you know what's worse than being jet lagged from the week before? Having to literally be in Pittsburgh the whole time.
Can you imagine?
It's terrible.
I heard they got good sandwiches out there, though.
They do have good sandwiches. That's true. And
That used to be a steel mill.
okay.
Great. What else?
Brian in Illinois.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Good.
Eisen was all about this yesterday. I don't know if you caught on the broadcast, and Travis was spot on. They stayed in Baltimore. They did the Camden Yards stuff and that, and then you're thinking, okay, then they went over, and Eisen kept going. They didn't fly until Saturday. They did a normal fly-in Saturday, and so there's no, and it turned out, pan out for the Rams. Yeah. It was interesting you guys mentioned the Jaguars. Khan's also in a terrible stadium deal, and if there was a team that was going to actually move, the talk is that it would be the Jaguars who would call London home. Just want to thank you guys. I did 13 years taking care of Dad living in Indianapolis, and so when I hear the great stories, Sam, about Indy, I really appreciate those. And Montone's great about the emails. I'm Teacher Brian in Illinois. You guys have a great one. You guys get me in here all the time.
Thank you, Brian. Appreciate it, buddy.
See? The Rams were like, no, we'll fly in the day before.
Well,
it's 5 hours.
Not only is it 5 hours, but that means there's no jet lag. That's why you do that, because there's no jet lag. The way you get jet lag is you kind of get on a schedule over there. If you just fly in the day before, real quick, play a game, and get the fuck out of there, you don't have time to be all jet lagged out. You're tired from the trip, but you go like, okay, I'll sleep on Sunday or Monday, and then get back to practice on Tuesday. I'll be all right. Yeah. Oh, it's been a long week. Oh, can you guys? All right, it's the fourth quarter. Can you? All right, we'll start playing. I've just been so jet lagged. Like, what about when the a team in like what if the Broncos had to fly to New York?
What?
Yeah. What if they had to fly to New York?
That would be insane.
What team would they have to play that they might actually have to fly to New York?
Like, what if the Falcons played the 49ers last night in San Francisco?
Can you imagine if a New York team had to fly to Denver?
No, I can't imagine that.
It would be insane.
No.
You would have to go on and say,
jet lag.
like, there might be jet
They
lag.
were clearly affected by it.
Yeah. Hey, Rich. What about the team that all of a sudden started losing that had to fly to Denver from New York? Where literally like the oxygen is different, where the time zone is different, where the flight is just as long, if not longer, than it is to London. What about that team? Oh, I guess you bring up a good point. Maybe everyone's jet lagged. Well, I guess what if every team only plays home games from now on?
That would be
yes.
100%. A lot of problems that I don't think you're thinking about.
No, I think from now on, just to avoid jet lag, If they were to make me the commissioner of the NFL, I would say only home games for every team.
Okay.
Yes. Maybe you get just like jobber teams, so you just make like exhibition games. That way nobody's ever jet
Oh, like
lagged.
the Savannah Bananas.
Right. You get a Savannah Bananas that you can travel from
Or
stadium
whoever
to
plays the
stadium.
Globetrotters.
That's right. The Washington Wizards? Oh, no, they were a real team. There was the Washington something.
Bullets?
Maybe.
Globetrotters. Opponent. It is the Washington Generals.
Washington Generals. That's my team.
I remember it was a
I
big
lost-
deal when they finally won a game.
Bro, I lost a lot of money on the Generals. I said nobody can keep the streak alive this long. And those Globetrotters, they proved me wrong every single time. Yeah, so...
Man, they've lost to the Globetrotters over 16,000 times. I would stop playing.
I mean, at a point,
Yeah.
it's like, is this even worth it anymore?
I'd be like, guys, this is not fair.
That's right.
Last win was 1971.
I think they got it in them. I think this season is going to be their season. I've seen the coach has been making some changes. The roster's been changed up a little bit. I think they're primed for a win.
You ever go see the Globetrotters?
No, I would watch the Harlem Wizards, the Globetrotters, like slightly slightly less equivalent, and they were great. They were awesome. But like the Savannah Bananas are selling more tickets than the Yankees do in Yankee Stadium.
Oh my God!
Like the Savannah Bananas are selling out these baseball stadiums, and they're charging way more than what than baseball tickets.
No, they're not.
I mean, bro, I try
The
to get
secondary market is charging way more.
well
but-
because they sell out instantly.
But they sell their tickets for like $60, no fees, all in. Like,
Okay, well, guess
they
what?
are notoriously affordable.
They're not notoriously affordable because when you sell tickets for $60, no fees, only people who scalp can buy them. Bots. They get their bots in there to get them. That's you also have to look at that, right? Like you go, okay, tickets are too expensive across the board for everything, right? And then you get the Savannah Bananas. They're like, not for us. They're $60 each. I go, no, they're not. Because the only place you can get them is secondary market. Because when you do charge a lesser amount, they just all get scooped up because everybody's going to be trying to get those tickets.
Well, that's a legislation issue.
And then you still have to pay
Right. I mean, if you just
$200 a ticket.
banned resale, you could fix all these problems.
Yeah, but you know who wouldn't want them to ban resale?
Probably lobbyists.
Lobby and the people who sell the tickets to begin with, since they also own the resale markets.
That's interesting. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, that's weird. That's weird. That they're like, well, what if we sell tickets and resell them?
Can we get more fees?
Yeah.
Yes, you can.
Okay, then that's what we'll do.
Can we charge fees to the seller and the buyer? Yes, you can.
Yeah, I did not know that Savannah Banana tickets are cheap originally because I've never seen them available originally.
Yep.
I've only seen them available on secondary market.
You got to get on like their list, and then
Okay,
they
come
put
on
out a
with
sketch. Come on with what?
Getting on the list. And
Well,
the
so
schedule
you
and-
know like when the tickets are going on sale.
Oh, it's a lot of legwork.
To know when tickets are going on sale.
For the Savannah Bananas, I can't just go, oh, Savannah Bananas, it should run. Like, remember when they would run the monster truck commercials?
Yeah.
And it would say, Bigfoot, blah, blah, blah. And you would, it would just say, tickets are on sale right now. And you just call the number and get the tickets.
Yeah.
That should be Savannah Bananas. But then you go, everybody's already bought them all up. So if you want them, $250.
So you want to go back to like just phone calls to get tickets and maybe Nobody Beats the Wiz.
And yeah, and you can go to Nobody Beats the Wiz, or if you really missed out, you're gonna have to find a guy outside the arena,
Okay.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And he might rob you, and also you don't know if the tickets are legitimate. You know, Hot Dog got scammed on fake tickets once.
No.
Oh my God, this is the best. He went to. I love hearing about this stuff.
If I
like
know this story, I forgot it.
He got WrestleMania 29 was at Giant Stadium.
I went to that.
You did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think.
It was Cena versus The Rock and Brock Lesnar. And
What was the other? I went to the other one. The one-
earlier
No.
or later?
Later.
Yeah. That was 35.
That's what I went to. Okay,
Right,
so
right.
he went to 29.
Yeah. 35 was the one that went to like 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah,
and
I went to
okay.
that one, yeah.
Okay. No, he went to 29.
Okay.
And he was like, oh, good. I found somebody on, I believe it was Craigslist. there. And
What was the other? I went to the other one. The
early
one.
Craigslist that has tickets available. And he was a young man, so 29. And to put it in context, this was 12 years ago.
Okay, so he
Right.
was.
That has tickets
38.
available.
Yeah,
And he was a young man, so 29. To put
Okay,
it in
so he was
context, this was 12 years ago.
Okay, so he
Right.
was.
38.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so he was mid-20s.
Right. So he's like a kid. Right. And so he's sitting there and he goes, okay, I got a good deal on these Craigslist tickets. And he goes to WrestleMania 29 to see John Cena and The Rock with his Craigslist tickets. And he goes up and he scans. Boop, boop. Could you scan these again? Boop, boop. And they're like, yeah, you're going to have to go over here. It's like, why? Why can't I go straight? See, if I go over here, I don't get to pass the turnstile. I want to go straight through the turnstile. And they're like, yeah, these tickets aren't going to get you through the turnstile. This is just a piece of paper.
Oh, and you go all the way out to Giant Stadium.
And so he goes to the area where the people with counterfeit tickets go. And then,
Bunch of hot dogs.
and they go, all right. I go, you want to file a report? Well, yeah, I'd like to file it. But they know.
What are you
that-
gonna do?
Right. It's a what are you going to do? That was back when Craigslist tickets were everywhere.
Yeah.
There's just nothing you can do. And Hot Dog told me the saddest story of all, which was he asked if they have a way to transfer the ticket to a real ticket.
Is there a way?
Is there a transfer program? Where, I did. Unfortunately, I am a victim. And they were like, no, we don't think that you're trying to rob it. We don't think you made these tickets. We
What do
think
you
you got scammed. We don't think that you're trying to sneak into the venue. We think you paid for these tickets and that you got scammed, and that's unfortunate. You can file a police report. And he goes, okay. And then maybe there's some kind of, do you guys have a program where you would exchange these for real tickets? I could still get into the show. Since I am the victim of this scam. And they just looked at him like, what?
Do you have a magic wand of some sort?
Some kind of, they were like,
Just create a new seat.
we sold all the tickets that we have for the show. All the tickets that we have for seats are sold. What do you want us to give you? And if you have some kind of runoff section or just something.
Possibly if somebody didn't show up.
Right.
You used to just turn around and go home.
Yeah.
He said it was a really sad bus trip on the way
Oh
home.
my
That's
God,
exactly
of
what he had to do.
course.
He had to go wait in the parking lot on a bus that was not very populated.
No, it was probably really empty. Nobody's going
Whole
back.
bus to himself.
Yeah.
Who's leaving on the bus from MetLife Stadium as the show's beginning?
He probably put his feet up.
He did. He did, and he just stared down at his fake ticket.
And this was before you could watch it on your phone, on Peacock.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
He had to call the number to find out who won later.
Yeah. No. No, it was no good. Yeah, because he would have had to, at that point, he would have had to purchase the pay-per-view.
Yeah.
If he wanted to watch. He would have had to call his local cable provider to purchase the pay-per-view to watch.
And they'd be like, why isn't it updating?
Right. And that would be, plus, who buys, because then he would probably have called the local cable provider and said, hey, now that I'm home, the pay-per-view is halfway over. Do you offer some kind of discount if I were to order right now?
They're like, no, actually, you can't even order it.
We don't have it available anymore.
Closed sales.
I suppose I'll order the replay then.
And it was sold out. He couldn't get in.
No, he was...
As humiliating as it is, at least if you can get tickets and get in the building, I'm like, okay, whatever.
Right, pay, they scam me. Let me see if I can pay now. Plus, it was 12 years ago. It's not like you could get on your phone and look at StubHub and just see if somebody has a last-minute thing. Everybody was boop, boop, scanning paper tickets. Yeah, poor guy.
I feel bad for people
Poor
who get
guy.
scammed.
Yeah, and it was way easier back then. A lot of people were getting scammed back
Sure,
then.
of course.
And it's all that thing of you see it on the internet and you get happy. People prey on people's enthusiasm because your enthusiasm can blind you to red flags. And then they get, oh, yeah.
And your innocence.
Right. Let's all go, guys. Him and his friends.
Oh, yeah. Was he with somebody?
Yes. They went home together.
And this poor guy, he was like, no, my friend Cheyenne got me a ticket.
He got in.
Hot Dog was the one that did it.
Yes. Of course he. Come on, did you think for a second he wasn't?
Maybe it was the buddy.
Of course he.
It's so much easier if it's the buddy.
Of course it is, because then the buddy's the one that screwed up. But you know that's not how Hot Dog plays the game.
No, he took charge. He got those tickets.
Don't worry, guys.
Say less, fam.
I got this. No problem. We're gonna watch twice in a lifetime, The Rock and John Cena. We're gonna be there live for it. No, you're not. You have to wait till the DVD comes out. It's gonna take months.
That's rough. That's rough.
You'll be refreshing message boards trying to get the results. Oh, yeah. Well, we lost a couple legends over the weekend. Ace Frehley passed away over the weekend. The first of the original 4 to pass away, Space Ace, and for sure the coolest.
By far.
For sure the coolest.
Yeah.
I mean, just when Ace came in, he never did Jim and Sam, right? He only did O&A. Is that right? Or did he do Jim and Sam?
Oh, maybe was there?
I don't know. He did. He might have been in once
Did
or
he zoom in or something?
maybe,
Yeah.
maybe. But he was. I mean, just the best, coolest dude,
Coolest.
greatest laugh ever. You know what I mean?
Oh, he did.
He did our show.
Mhm.
That's awesome.
2018.
Yeah.
I think that's when he wanted to play Jim some new music, and he had it on his laptop. So he just put the laptop speaker up
That's right.
against the microphone.
That's right. See, he's the fucking man.
Rule, dude.
He's the man, dude. And you don't ever correct him on that.
He was the best.
Gene Simmons and Paul Stanley call him an irreplaceable rock soldier.
That is
I-
that's a strange thing to say.
Well, maybe they know from experience.
Irreplaceable?
They replaced him.
They did replace him. They
For quite a
literally.
period of time.
I mean, yeah, for most of the time. They replaced him with a totally new character, and then they just put his paint on another dude.
Yeah, they literally replaced him.
I could see, to be totally fair to them, I could see where it could have been difficult for a period of time to be in a band with him, especially, Gene and Paul have a certain vision for what the band is, for the merchandising behind the band. I think Gene and Paul are very brand conscious. Yes. And, the show is the show. Mm-hmm. And I think maybe Ace,
A little bit of a loose cannon.
a little bit of a loose cannon, in it for a good time, but also that is what made him a rock star.
Of course. He
That's
was the rock star.
The biggest rock star of the band for sure.
Yeah.
Like the idea that he could be dressed in all the face paint and everything, and you'd still see look at it in that picture right there.
He looks cooked.
He's out of his mind. He's completely out of his mind, and that is so cool.
It is.
Like you look at that lineup, and you're like, Gene and Paul are putting on the show. Mm-hmm. Peter Criss is a little out to lunch.
I think he's just kind of along for the ride.
Right.
But he's also got whiskers on his face.
That's right. And Ace is like dressed as a spaceman, but he's in space right now. You could have painted anything on his face.
Yeah.
I mean, he could have just as easily, had a penis drawn on his face after a long night. Wouldn't have made a difference. And he still would have rocked the house.
Still would have rocked.
Oh, just the man. The stories of how difficult it was for them to shoot Kiss Meets the Phantom of the Park.
Why?
Because Ace
They weren't good actors?
No, Ace was on another planet the whole time. He was totally on another planet. But
And let's not forget, we spent I want to say maybe an hour on the old show just admiring his bulge.
his unit, he had a hell of a unit. Ace.
And we just went through every picture just looking at how large his genitalia was.
I mean, when you're like, what a rock star. Ace Frehley. Massive unit. Loved it. I mean, to party to the point that, you couldn't even rock properly.
He was a drug and alcohol lover.
Loved it.
As DiCaprio
I'm
said.
a drug and alcohol lover. I've done a lot of drugs and alcohol. I'm a drug and alcohol lover. I don't remember.
Such a great line. Lover.
I'm a drug and alcohol lover. He's not even I've made a mistake. He's no, this is something I like to do. It makes me feel better. I mean, look at that. You get, as they would say in the old days, you can see his religion. Yeah, I would tell you what. RFK would point out that we may need to get him checked based on what I see in front of me.
I know.
You know? He may have a diagnosis based on
Just what we see.
based on that print in his spandex.
Clearly clipped.
That's right. That's what I see. Yeah. Yeah, man. I mean, what an animal.
Yeah.
Ace Frehley. And the fact that, like, you know, he was still the man. Like, he never came across as not the man. When he was in here doing interviews, he was the coolest dude ever.
Yeah.
Ever. And just wanted to have fun, just laughing, like, knew. He's one of those guys that, like, knew, I think, that he got to be rock royalty, that this is, like, the funnest, coolest thing ever, so let's just have a good time. And every rock star talks about Ace.
Loves Ace.
Everyone loves Ace. Every rock star that was a Kiss fan, even if rock stars that they didn't love Kiss, everyone loves Ace.
Of course.
I'm glad he went first. And not because I'm glad he passed, but because he's getting the tribute that he deserves.
Because he's, yeah.
Like the same reason Eddie Van Halen. If David Lee Roth had gone first and we were all mourning Van Halen because David Lee Roth passed, that would be a bummer.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
Ace
because
passing lets everybody
take a minute.
mourn Kiss, and it's
And-
because of Ace, the coolest member.
And Ace. Yeah, the coolest member of Kiss for sure.
Now it's the Ankh.
And Ankh next, unfortunately.
I think so, right?
Second
For
coolest,
sure.
for sure.
Yeah.
Did the Ankh replace, is he the one, because they replaced both of them, Peter Criss and Ace Frehley.
Yeah, one went before the other.
Was the Ankh Ace's replacement, or was he Peter Criss's replacement?
No, he was
was
not Peter Criss's replacement.
So he must have been Ace because he wasn't the drummer.
And I don't even think he really replaced Ace. He was just like, hey, on the Ankh.
Right, that's true.
Like, I'm a whole new thing.
We're going to add the Ankh regardless.
Right.
Right. And it just happened to be we don't have Ace. We needed an Ankh the whole time. They had always realized Kiss needs one thing, an Ankh. We have a cat, we have a demon, we have a star child, we have a spaceman. Are you serious? We don't have an Ankh?
Weren't we talking about getting an Ankh?
Didn't we want to? At some point, we had said we wanted to add an Ankh, yes?
That really add like a nice dimension to this band.
I think so. I think so.
That was a bummer, though.
Yeah. Yeah, poor Ace. But you're right
He did
about...
he replaced Ace in 1982.
Yeah. Those are tough platform boots to fill.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are right, though, about him being the first to go and getting the opportunity to properly not mourn
Celebrate.
as much as celebrate him, because it is a wild thing. Kiss, it's not just little Jimmy Norton that I'm sure was mourning over the weekend. Kiss is so important to, I mean, a full generation, if not a couple generations of metalheads and just dudes,
Rock fans, yeah.
in general, rock bands, kids that grew up as rock fans, that to humanize them like this, you know, Kiss portrayed themselves as superheroes, completely larger than life, and even when you saw them, you know, perform, it was the fire cannons and the makeup and the blood coming out of the mouth and everything. It was a spectacle. So the idea that you would see any sort of mortality in Kiss is kind of jarring. It's a piece of childhood that a lot of people are losing or lost over the weekend, because it is one of the original four, and that's the end of the hope of seeing the original four together again.
That's it.
That hope's been gone a long time ago.
Well,
I think we might get that hope in hologram form.
Yeah.
yeah. You think Ace wants to be a hologram? Ace honestly probably doesn't care.
He doesn't give a shit.
He never cared. He wants to do what? All right. Just a New York dude, too.
Yeah. It's a man. Loved Ace.
We think we're gonna paint up and dress you like a spaceman. What? All right. What?
Is that going to be booze and checks?
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. I mean, it is. I think a lot of people who grew up with Kiss look at Kiss as like this, almost like human cartoon characters. It's not unlike, you know, kids that grew up as wrestling fans looking at the Hulkster, not as like a mortal human being with any sort of not a person. Like, that's a character. That's a cartoon character come to life. I think it's the same way a lot of people who grew up in that generation looked at Kiss. These are action figures come to life. It's why, to the very end, people would have loved a Kiss reunion. And I think wearing face paint and everything makes it so that they really are ageless. You don't see them as older guys up there. You still see them in the paint and the outfits and everything. It's the same characters the bulge.
Massive.
Big bulge. It's the same characters that...
I don't know if that had to do with this, like, thinking of him as a character.
Well, when you think about, like...
Well, he's slaying a lot with that.
He is. And, like, there are versions of Batman with that big cod piece, you know what I mean?
No, yeah, you're right
and
about
so
that.
you think, Bruce Wayne, not only is he a billionaire...
We're talking about the Adam West version?
That was Burt Ward.
You're right.
And also, the longer I sit with that, the more I think he lied.
Burt Ward?
I think he was lying. I do. I think that's why he doesn't like to talk about it anymore.
Because it's a lie?
I think it's a lie. Yeah, Burt Ward, the legend of Burt Ward was that when he dressed up as the Boy Wonder, they had to put 2 pairs of green trunks on him to cover up his massive bulge.
Well, yeah, because he does not like talking about it.
Yeah, but he started the rumor. He
Right.
put it in his book. And so it feels like, like when you talk to Jaleel White, bless his heart, he really wants to put himself over as being cool because I think he's still traumatized from everybody thinking he's Urkel.
Right.
When you talk to Alfonso Ribeiro, he still wants to put himself, see what I mean? He still wants to put himself over as being cool because I think
He's not.
You
watch him on America's Funniest Home Videos?
he's worried people
He's a
think
dork.
he doesn't like that. He thinks he's cool.
All right, then host a game show like Jaleel White.
He does. He hosts Dancing with the Stars, bro.
I didn't know that.
Why he does?
That's news to me. I stopped watching after week 2.
Why?
Because Corey Feldman got eliminated.
That's right. I did.
Although I did see Mr. Feeney.
I saw Feeney was on.
And I watched that clip.
I only watched the clip as well. I did watch the clip of Feeney. Yeah, I watched Feeney on there. And I said that Danielle Fishel is a real one.
Oh, she's the best.
Digging Mr. Feeney up and putting him on the show.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if you got to say digging him up.
I thought it was
He's
also...
like 98.
He's alive?
Yeah, that was a real Mr. Feeney.
Okay, because I thought it was an Ed Gein situation.
No.
Thank God, because I was a little like, I wasn't going to say anything, but I thought the Ryan Murphy tie-ins had gone too far.
No.
He was really alive.
That was a real Feeney.
Okay, great. That's even better then. Yeah, no, I respect it even more now. But yeah, so I think there he is.
Yeah. Propped up on that desk.
I love to. Yeah. They put a broomstick up his pant leg to keep him straight up. Went all the way up his back.
Hey, listen. I hope I can stand when I'm 98.
Yeah. I can't stand you now.
That's not what I meant.
Oh.
Dick Van Dyke's going to be 100 soon.
Yeah, he is, and he's still cracking wise.
He's still cracking wise.
He's still cracking wise, this Dick Van Dyke. Still on the leg press. I saw him.
Wouldn't it be funny if I died?
Yeah, I know.
He's like, yeah.
It would be funny. He said it would be hilarious if he doesn't make it to 100 now that he's 99. And I'm like, I mean, it would be funny for us, Dick Van Dyke. That is a funny observation. But yeah, Feeney showing up there. I did feel good for that Danielle Fishel did that. But I also think that Feeney benefits greatly from aging rapidly. Like, he looked like an old man. He was probably like 55 when he did Boy Meets World, but he already looked like your grandpa.
Yep.
So it's kind of like the Wilford Brimley thing. It's like Sam Waterston on Law and Order.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, they age quickly. Like, they're 38 years old, but they look like they're 50.
People bring that up now about George Costanza. He was
100%.
He was in his 30s.
That's nuts.
And he was horseshoe bald and looked, way older than he was.
Which now he looks the same. Kevin from The Office.
Kevin from The Office.
A lot of people don't know he's 15 when he started The
Interesting.
Office. Yeah. Yeah, but Kevin from The Office looks exactly the same.
Yeah.
That's the benefit to all that. You take it up front so that you can keep the benefits later.
Yeah.
Whereas some people like the benefits up front, but does it hurt? It hurts on the other side. Troy, am I right?
Yeah.
You chose the bennies up front because you didn't think you were going to make it.
I was like, I'll put it all here.
God's a practical joker,
Oh,
isn't
yeah.
he?
He's a real rascal.
He's got a few tricks up his sleeves.
He's got another plan.
But then there's unicorns like Danielle Fishel,
I mean, yeah.
Marissa Tomei.
That they're like, what if we made you goddesses and you just got to be goddesses forever? That's sick.
Salma Hayek,
Oh, Salma Hayek is unbelievable.
Ryan Seacrest.
I mean, I guess.
He looks good.
Yeah, he still looks like Ryan Seacrest.
Yeah.
If you want to look like Ryan Seacrest, yeah.
Adam Levine.
Good looking guy.
I mean, he is a good-looking guy, but later in life, you found out he can't kick game. And you don't want to know that. You know what I mean?
But to his yoga teacher?
No, remember he was DMing? Was that his
Oh, that's right. Yeah, it was. Yeah.
And he
They
couldn't
say, look at that fucking body.
Yeah, look at your fucking body. Like,
Well, he didn't develop those skills. He was always handsome and talented.
I know, but you don't want, like, now that he's not making hits and you know that he can't kick game, it's almost like he's this tatted up, good looking dork. And it's a weird thing, especially as he's getting older.
Yeah.
It's probably a weird thing to settle into.
He's fine.
Yeah, he's great.
You love him.
He writes hits.
Not anymore. When was the last time Maroon 5 had a hit?
I think they had a new album just come out.
How'd that do?
This love? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, ever since he was at that payphone. They don't even have payphones anymore.
That was a good song.
I mean, yeah, sure. He got his wedding songs out, and now, you know.
I mean, he had a string of hits.
I know. I mean, he was always lame, but I get it.
I mean, so was Pitbull, but he's got great songs.
Dolly.
See?
Yeah, you're right.
Classic.
Hey, Soul Sister was a big hit.
That's right, and that was Maroon 5, right?
Yeah.
I mean, exactly the same shit. Might as well have been.
I can't tell them apart.
No.
But when one of those Maroon 5 song comes on in a grocery store, I'm jamming.
You love that.
I do, because I'm like, yeah, this is a good song.
You're pushing the cart down the aisle.
Pick up my pace a little bit.
Right. Enjoying, you know, She Will Be Loved.
Yeah.
Nice.
I love when a good song comes on at the grocery store.
Me too.
You should see me at Dunkin'. Same
What do they
shit.
play at Dunkin'?
Well, I
They got
told you.
music?
Dunkin' Radio.
Dunkin'
oh,
Radio.
right, Dunkin' Radio. I forgot.
Dunkin' Radio, which we should have here. It's a good station. Because they'll interrupt between the two songs to tell you about the Dunkin' Latte. I'd be like, oh, I wasn't aware of that. Maybe I'll order it right here.
They should make that available on the app.
I would love that. Even if it's app exclusive. That's fine.
Would you jump on for a third show?
Oh, yeah. If they needed me to DJ Dunkin' Radio, yeah, I think I could be a real asset.
You could stick around till 5.
And honestly, I do it for I would do it for points at that point.
Oh, interesting. Kind of like that NFL player a couple years ago who did Bitcoin.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Although I would have lost my shirt on these points. The value of these points has plummeted. Oh, yes. So, so rest in peace to Ace Frehley. But also, I mean, I couldn't believe it. In the same weekend, rest in peace to Sam Rivers, the bassist for LIMP Biscuit.
That's sad.
Really sad.
And they were just having a massive comeback.
Massive comeback. Was he only he wasn't
48.
He's 48 years old. Yeah, he passed away. I know Uncle Fred said something about it, but yeah, it sucks, man. Uncle Fred, come on. Fred is Unc.
He is Unc. Look at him.
For sure. He's
great.
the fucking man,
He's
dude.
the man.
He's probably bummed.
He was in tears.
I mean, because, it's going to ruin the tour.
What tour?
The world tour.
Oh. I love listening to how other people perceive that
Yes,
went.
me too.
Because it's on text, the Justin
be
Timberlake
anything.
quote. And so how I've read it is, okay, now you do it to me. Okay. Yeah, it sucks that it's gonna ruin the tour.
What tour?
The world tour.
You're a little more forlorn.
Yeah, a little forlorn, but also upset at the understanding that this cool hip officer in his 20s doesn't know who I am.
20s.
Right. So he's like a kid. Wait. See, if I go over here, I don't get.
I'd put a couple iterations of an idea of a band I was, trying to make happen in Jacksonville, Florida. I had this idea and vision for this particular type of, style and sound, and I just couldn't get it together right. And so I decided I'm going to go out and find the right players to do this. And
Behind the music?
I do love that he's talking about figuring out the sound, but also giving the band credit for figuring out the sound. Like a lot of frontmen will do one of these videos and you're watching it and they're like, wait, they're just patting themselves on the back the whole time. You know what I mean? Like, it feels like, I mean, and I don't know, but it feels like a Gene Simmons thing to go like, you know, but like Fred is actually giving credit to the fact that like, yeah, I came up with this idea, but I didn't have the sound until I met the members of the band, until I met Sam first. I think that's cool.
And there was no weak link in that band.
No way.
I mean, everybody plays their part well.
Yes.
And even when they were coming up, I remember like having DJ Lethal from House of Pain.
It was sick.
Gave him credibility right out of the gate.
Yeah,
it was like, oh shit, this is where he's at now.
Yeah.
So they were awesome. They are awesome.
They are awesome. They went through a dip where they were not awesome.
They were very uncool.
Yeah, well, they were overexposed.
Yes.
They were overexposed, and they were expected to pump out material too quickly because they needed to capitalize.
And rap rock just wasn't cool for a period of time.
No, because it was so overexposed,
Oh,
and
yeah.
everybody was doing it. And you know, it's like it's almost if Limp Bizkit is like because there's so much humor in Limp Bizkit that it's almost like it needs to exist on the side of these other acts. Like you got these big acts, and then Limp Bizkit's over here talking about doing it for the nookie.
Right.
Like that's kind of funny.
But what they're playing is really good.
But what they're playing is good. Except then when they become like we're the kings of this whole genre, we're the kings of music right now, it's prone to get old and overexposed quicker than other bands.
Yes. And people just got tired of that sound.
That's right. And it was a lot, dude. Like, and they were really like music, MTV, and radio had figured out like the formula to really overexpose stuff to the masses. Like that was happening with a lot of bands where it's like, no, if this is popular, we're going to shove it down your throat. We're going to, like when we're trying to make foie gras. When we're going to make these, piping the pipe down the ducks' throats.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna do it to Korn. We're gonna do it to Limp Bizkit. We're gonna do it with Eminem. We're gonna do it with Britney Spears until you can't stand these people. And then when you can't stand them, we're probably gonna make fun of them. And it's like you're the ones who did it. Like I could not imagine if I was the Backstreet Boys, right? And MTV shoves boy bands down everybody's throat to the point where it's like this feels counterproductive, but I guess like first they're saying, no, we're putting you on the map, we've got your back. And then they're going, all right, you're going too hard, we're going to keep doing it. To the point where it becomes overexposed. And then the next move is MTV comes out with a made-for-TV movie and then a series that is centered around making fun of how stupid boy bands are. And if I'm the Backstreet Boys, I'm like, you did this. Why are you betraying us like this now? But that was the model then. You know, it was just like, get every dollar you can quick and then move on to the next thing. And I think Limp Bizkit was a victim of that. But what's happened is, as, you know, a couple decades go by, the stuff that people actually liked because they actually thought it was good, not just because it was a trend, comes back. And they're like, you know what? This is actually meaningful music to me. I actually really like this.
And the fact that at that Lollapalooza, Fred comes out looking like an old man with an old man wig.
And he's embracing the whole thing.
I mean, that's what really kind of made it funny.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, oh, he doesn't take himself overly seriously.
Like he's making himself look even older than he is.
Right. And that's funny.
That's funny. And people were like, oh, I can't believe he grew his hair out like that. And I'm like, are you guys fucking idiots?
He's been horseshoe bald since he was 25.
Yeah, why do you think he wore that Yankee hat all the time? He never took it off. Yeah. So, rest in peace to a couple of rock and roll legends.
Yeah, tough weekend.
Sucked.
Yeah.
Sucked. However, there was one shining glimmer of hope over the weekend when we were getting all this bad news. There was one bit that made you have faith that good things happen to good people. Ladies and gentlemen, George Santos is free. Finally, they freed George Santos after serving 3 months of a 7-year sentence, which George says is total bullshit. All he did, allegedly, was allegedly be found guilty of whatever, illegally using funds that election funds. Big deal.
And we don't talk about old shit.
Anyway, you wouldn't talk about old shit anyway, but does anybody want George Santos showing up not looking great?
He looks like $1 million.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can see why he was in solitary all the time.
Yeah.
He's probably sketching outfits.
I was going to say the inmates couldn't keep their hands off him.
And I'll tell you what.
Looking good.
Oh yeah.
I'll tell you one thing.
Like a snack.
Speaking of snacks,
Go ahead.
apparently prison food is really good.
You saying he put on a little weight?
I'm saying he didn't lose a pound.
I didn't have time.
Well, I tell you what, that's true.
Didn't have time to work out.
Yeah, he was in
That's
and
true.
out.
Yeah.
I feel like Tony Perkis weighing these kids going, what the hell is going on? You guys gained weight. How is this even possible? Get off the scale. Get off the scale, George. George, step on the scale. All right, George, off the scale.
He's going to ruin that prison video.
Oh, yeah. We're going to cancel lunch due to lack of hustle. Deal with it. Yeah, George comes. He's looking healthy.
He may have, found some comfort in the honey buns. They love the honey buns.
They love the honey buns, but he said he was in the shoe. Did you know he was in the shoe?
No.
Yeah, he was in the shoe, dude.
In the shoe.
The shoe.
What's the shoe?
It's like the hole.
Oh.
You don't know prison lingo.
No.
This is an ex-con.
The special housing unit, is that it?
That's
This is
right.
an ex-con.
That's right.
He served 3 months.
Oh no.
It's like, no, I get it.
No, this is prison, George.
You think he was somebody's do boy?
I think George was getting the do boys. I think George
He
was the
had
king
the
in
do
there.
boys.
I think so. I think he had the do boys. No, I think George is the man, and now he's out. He's here to tell us all about what life inside was like.
And the clinker.
The clinker. God, do I want George Santos on this show?
Yeah, I feel like he's pretty attainable.
He's so goated.
Yeah.
How much money do you have?
And also, yeah, I mean, what does it cost for him to do an appearance? Can we find?
We can put some money together for this, can't we?
I feel like we could do a GoFundMe to get George on the show because I would just,
That's a funny idea.
I want to talk to him about prison life and like give us life on the inside with George Santos. That's what I would want to know. Like, do you really have to develop a taste for gruel?
I was going to say, I think Prison Mike has more experience.
No, Prison George. This is a hardened ex-con,
Gruel.
dude. This is a guy who has served his time, dude. And also, you need to chill because he's paid his debt to society, okay? You need to let my man live.
Okay.
He has paid his debt to society. Even though his debt was 7 years, the president decided 3 months he had done it. But he was probably a king in there. That's just slightly over what they do on the reality show.
Oh, we were doing No Kings.
60 days in. What you could? They don't do no kings in the clink.
No Kings but George.
Yeah, just George. George is still a king.
King George.
He's a messy king,
Right.
but he's still our king. You're right. He is King George. I mean, and luckily they got him on Fox News, which I thought it was going to be. You know what? I would want George, and I might just put the money together myself to get George to come over and do a show in the basement. Because I would also, while he's there, I would want him to scare my kids straight. I would set my kid, even the 1-year-old. I would set my kids in front of him, and he would tell them what life on the inside was like, and they would never. Because I got an 8-year-old son. This is just the age where he starts to kind of push it. You know what I mean? How much mischief can I get away with? Maybe thinking that the consequences don't apply to him.
Don't forget, Mischief Night is coming up.
Oh, no.
You better get him over quick.
I need Santos over at the house quick to just tell him what life on the inside is like, and maybe he better think twice. Hold my pocket. Be like, buddy, you got to hold the dude's pocket.
Gruel.
You have to. I mean, George knows you wear the wrong colors. Luckily, George showed up on Fox News wearing his velvet blazer.
Looking good.
Looking good. It's a dark blue velvet blazer and a turtleneck. Which is that's a good look, and that's a look you can only get away with if you've done time. You know what I mean? I dare you. Like, I wonder, and I would ask him this, like, what's the craziest thing you had to make a shank out of? You know what I mean? Was it a toothbrush? Was it, because I have no idea. But he was in there. He had to make a bunch of shanks while he was in there. That's life, dude. That's life. I could only imagine, but this guy knows. He lived it. Let's hear what he said on Fox News.
George, thank you so much for joining us on the couch. So let's just, first of all, congratulations on getting out.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. And thank you to President Trump for clemency and for having such an amazing will for second chances. You know, I
think that's what it was.
I feel like it's justice served in the sense of I've made some poor choices in my life, but nothing would warrant a insane, arbitrary sentence. But on top of that, a sentence that no one else would have gotten, a treatment that no one else would have gotten.
Well, hang on, you can pause for a second. I think that like you would only get it if you found guilty. That's why you like.
Was he found guilty?
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't keep up with the courts.
Yeah. I think if they found him guilty or he pled guilty or whatever it was. It was guilty. He did it.
Right.
He said, or they said. He was guilty. He was
So, like
found
creating
guilty.
fake charities and stuff and taking the money.
They took the money and he bought nice things with it. They had the receipts.
Yeah. Literally.
Oh, he did it. Yeah, they literally had the paper receipts. They had the receipts for, and he had nice stuff too. I mean, Louis Vuitton. Yeah, he was going and buying very expensive stuff. So, yeah, and don't forget, you may remember George Santos. He's the guy he lied on his resumes all the time.
Oh, right.
Lied about everything. He said
his mom died in 9/11.
He said his mom died in 9/11. He said he was Jewish.
I forgot about that.
Right? No, I didn't say it was Jewish. I said it was Jewish.
But he did make cupcakes.
Yeah, he did make cupcakes, but I think a lot of people wondered if they were poisoned, which is a thing that I would ask him if we had him. Because if you remember that he did get elected, except every day he would be followed, he would be hounded by paparazzi at his work, in the hallway of his work.
Haters.
Asking, well, they were haters. They said, when are you going to quit? When are you just going to quit? Why don't you just quit? When are you going to quit? Which, like, man.
What McClure does to you here?
Well, I couldn't imagine. Imagine between shows. I got an hour between my two shows. If I just had to like lock the door of an office because it's a horror movie. It's like something out of Black Mirror. People just following me around saying, when are you going to quit? Why don't you just quit? Shouldn't you resign? You should resign. When are you going to quit? You lied. You're a liar. I mean, it would drive me insane.
Got big cupcakes.
Yeah.
Bring in McClure.
Poison cupcakes.
Just put cupcakes, but what if they were poisoned? Nobody ever confirmed whether they were poisoned or not.
Oh, nobody ever ate them. Nobody knows.
Nobody had. Well, I wouldn't eat them.
Like, I'm not that fucking dumb.
No. I was born at night, not last night.
There was probably one reporter who like really wanted one.
Yeah. Those do look good.
But I can't be the first to get it. It was like when you guys asked me why I didn't want a piece of my own birthday cake, and I told you it was because.
Yeah, what was that all about?
Well, because we let Mike Boschetti blow out the candle, and he clearly spat all over the cake.
Yeah.
So you think it was poisoned?
Well, to a certain extent. You know, not deliberately by you guys, but, you know, accidentally.
It's hard to argue that.
Yeah, thanks.
I had a piece and I survived.
I'm here to tell the story.
Well, good for you guys. You probably have very strong immune systems now, too. Let's go back to George on Fox and Friends with his velvet blazer on.
Days in isolation in the shoe. And to add insult to injury,
He was in the
I had
shoe.
two co-defendants. One who got probation, one who was me, who got 7 years, and the other one who's still in the same facility today, suffering the same thing. Sam Mealy is still sitting in there, which I still think it's a great injustice. All first
said nobody would get the same
non-violent first-time
punishment.
offenders with no criminal background, and we're being thrown in this harsh environment with absolutely nothing. So when I spoke to President Trump yesterday, I told him my commitment would be to prison reform. I told him my commitment would be to fighting to help Sam Mealy and so many other people who are being absolutely drowned with this arbitrary sentencing style of judges who are trying to circumvent the First Step Act.
I love this dude. I love him.
He's so cool.
He'll just say anything.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I love him. I think he's great. He'll just say anything. He won't take responsibility for anything. Just like whatever it is. Like, can you believe? Like, he literally in that one sentence, he goes, nobody would be treated like this. I got this crazy sentence, and this other person is still in jail for it. I go, so the other person was treated like this. What?
Huh?
You got out. Why is he still in then? He got treated worse than you. No, I don't think so. I go, okay, George. I'd also just like whatever he said, I would agree with it.
Of course.
Shows up, like, what sense would it be to show up in a velvet blazer and a black turtleneck?
Look good.
Yeah, looks good.
Yeah, what's the problem?
He's like the Barry White of politics.
That's a good point.
Is he still in politics? They threw him out of office.
He's okay. So he's the Barry White of political commentary.
He
Of
is a
prison
political
reform.
prison reform. And by the
He said
way,
he's going to help people like his co-defendant.
right, mainly the guy who I got put in the pokey with, who's still in there.
Yeah, he said a few words in there that I didn't understand, but
They put him in the shoe.
Right, yeah, I mean,
I can't believe that.
whatever that means.
I don't know.
You know he's back on Cameo too.
Yes.
It's $3 though.
Let's get
$3
No, $300
for George Santos.
for George Santos, which before it was for legal fees, but now because you remember, like he got found guilty, and then they said, "Here's when we're going to sentence you," and he said because I think he's got restitution as well, and I don't think that Trump can. That means he doesn't have to restitute.
No, you just commute the sentence.
You just commuted the sentence. You still have to restitute. So,
$300, huh?
Oh, look, get it in 60 minutes. If you order now, we could have it by the end of the show.
wow. That's massive.
And if we don't like it, maybe we could follow up and have another one by the end of the show.
That's true. That's true. We got a little bit of time. I don't mind staying late if it means a second cameo.
You think we could expense a George Santos cameo?
I can't see McClure saying no.
Let's
Could it be
find
considered
out.
a political donation?
Well, we didn't. Well, no, it couldn't be because he spends that on his own.
On the
he got
Velvet Suits?
on Velvet Suits. He got put in jail for it. That's right. Yeah, man. I mean, I also love that he's never going away. Like he was utterly humiliated. They were like, no, he's lying about everything. That blah blah blah. We're gonna throw him out of office. We're gonna do everything. We're gonna follow him around saying you should quit. He is never going away. Why did the president commute his sentence?
Because he was treated unfairly.
Oh, well, that explains that.
And he always voted Republican.
Oh, yeah.
Good.
If you're Republican.
He did say that in his truth. He said George always voted Republican.
So there's no reason he should be in jail.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
I don't get it.
Yeah. I guess he wants as many advocates as he can get, Trump.
Of course.
You know what I mean? Like, start lining up some more soldiers. Maybe if I have George Santos.
Good or bad? Like,
Yeah, who cares?
It doesn't matter.
Maybe if I have George Santos, they'll stop asking me about goddamn Epstein all the
oh,
time.
you think this is another Epstein thing?
I think so. I think that's all it is. He's so sick of being asked about that.
Because I forgot about Epstein.
Well, you should. The financier.
It was all a hoax anyway.
Well, that's what they said. There was nobody on the list. Yeah. Well, so great. So George Santos is back. Which I can't wait to see the hijinks that he gets into. That's also, I mean, that's awesome news. Can you imagine, like, you think you're getting 7 years in jail, and 3 months later you're out?
They come knocking like, hey, buddy, you're out.
done. What?
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit. Put on some Pitbull. Do, 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 do. Uno, dos, tres. I know you want me.
It's like doing a cha-cha down the...
On his way out. His co-defendant is like, for both of us? No, just one ticket, buddy. Sorry.
See you on the other side.
Don't worry. On the other side, my mission is going to be to get you out. I know you want me.
And you're out like that night.
It's so crazy.
Like, it wasn't like, oh, we're commuting the sentence, we'll have the paperwork done, you'll be out on Monday. It was like,
As soon as you get
Saturday
the order,
night.
yeah.
Boom.
Oh,
You were out.
I would order a Domino's and watch a great program with a 2-liter of Coca-Cola.
Eat the whole Domino's.
Eat it all.
This is for me.
I'm not sharing with anybody. I don't have to wait. Nobody's going to shove me and take it from me.
I mean, it's only been 3 months. It's not like you forgot how food tastes.
No, he was in, man. He was in.
And there's nothing slaps like a Domino's. when you're really
100%.
hungry.
100%. I wonder if people are going to recognize him
Because it's been so long.
after he got out. You know what I mean? Like, this is convict George.
He was here on Fox yesterday, so maybe still in the city. We should DM him.
Well, I think he lives in New York, doesn't he? Well, yeah, he definitely lives in New York because he ran for office here.
I'll throw in for the cameo right now. If you,
Okay.
if you guys want to throw in,
You know, I'm good.
Wouldn't it be
tell
great?
me that would be funny.
Wouldn't it be great if we ordered him a cameo congratulating himself on getting out of jail?
Yeah.
Like my friend George just got out of jail. Could you congratulate him? He was in for some dumb shit, some really dumb shit, but luckily we got him out.
You think he got any prison ink?
For sure. He's tatted up.
You gotta get something.
You have to get something done.
Yeah.
I would get tatted up pretty quick. You know, just in case my sentence got commuted, I would want to make sure that before I got out, that I had a little
And
something.
what does he get? Like an eagle?
Probably something like that.
For
Maybe
freedom?
Probably. There's probably like a crudely drawn eagle on his chest.
Yeah.
You know what I
A
mean?
whole
A nice
chest piece.
chest
Oh,
piece.
wow.
Yeah. That's why he's wearing the turtleneck. Because
it goes all the way
when it comes up to like here, like it pops out of the collar, and you're like, oh shit.
Oh, yeah.
What is that? And then he goes, I've done time.
Yeah. Hard time.
Hard time. Let me tell you something about George Santos. There's one bad hombre. And that's what I would tell him. You're one bad hombre, George. All right, let's take our first break. We got a guest coming in. We got a whole bunch of stuff to do today. It's going to be a lot of fun. Stay right there. We'll be back.
We will be right back with Sam Roberts Show.
Nothing bad can happen. It can only good happen.
Is listening to the radio getting out of hand? You need Bennington, the ultimate in hands-free talk radio design. Simply go to the Sirius XM app on any phone, then search for Bennington. It's that easy. Hands-free, pain-free. You'll wonder how you ever lived without it. It's perfect for your mind. A must for the entire office. Life itself goes quicker and easier. Best of all, Bennington works with your favorite phone. An amazing breakthrough show you'll listen to every day on the Sirius XM app.
The pop is true. I'm a sucker for you. The drops. The bars. And the riffs that defined a decade. Pop hits from the 2010s. The 10 Spot, Channel 11, and at home with the Sirius XM app. On your phone, computer, Alexa, TV, or other internet-connected devices.
Hi, I'm Chuck McDowell, and no, this isn't a timeshare cancellation ad. I'm here to help you break free from your overpriced mobile carrier with Red Pocket Mobile. Did you know the average American wireless bill is $140 a month? At Red Pocket, plans start at just $10 a month for unlimited talk, text, and data with absolutely no games and no price increases ever. But it gets even better. Red Pocket gives you your choice of all three major mobile networks for the very best 5G coverage anywhere you are. And you get to keep your phone and number. At Red Pocket Mobile, you don't have to settle. I don't see how anyone could say no to getting one low, locked-in price and 3 5G networks. Red Pocket Mobile, your new ultimate cell carrier.
Switch and get one locked-in low price, 3 5G networks, and live customer care in 2 minutes. Go to redpocket.com. That's redpocket.com, redpocket.com.
See website for details. BillsHappen.com is not a lender. It does not make credit decisions. Must be 18 years old. Not available in all states.
Honey, everything is so expensive, and our bills are piling up.
You're telling me credit cards are maxed out, rent is due, and the car payment's right around the corner? We need some extra cash.
We should do what my friend from work did. She went to BillsHappen.com and got the money she needed the next day.
Our credit is not great. Are you sure that would work for us?
BillsHappen.com is one of the largest personal loan networks. They can help people with all credit types get up to $5,000.
Sounds like it's going to be a hassle.
My friend said it was super easy. She did it right from her phone during her lunch break.
If you have a regular source of income, you can be approved for a loan for up to $5,000, and your cash can hit your bank account the next day. BillsHappen.com's lenders have millions of dollars to lend, regardless of your credit history.
Guess what? I went to BillsHappen.com, and we're getting our money tomorrow.
Wow, that's fast. Problem solved.
If you need extra cash, go to BillsHappen.com. That's BillsHappen.com. BillsHappen.com.
As veterans, we're no strangers to helping others.
That's what we were taught, service before self.
But we do have one question for the veterans listening.
When was the last time you reached out for help?
If you or someone you know needs resources, whether it's for stress, finances, employment, or mental health, don't wait. Reach out.
Find more information at va.gov/reach. That's va.gov/reach.
Brought to you by the United States Department of Veterans Affairs and the Ad Council.
Battling psoriasis or eczema? Don't suffer another minute. Soothe your skin fast with Revitaderm Psoriasis Formula. Created by Dr. Blaine for his own patients, Revitaderm was once only available by prescription. Now, relief from redness, itching, and flaking is within reach, guaranteed. With doctor-trusted, FDA-approved coal tar to slow skin cell growth, the 4-ounce jar plus travel size keeps you protected anywhere. Try Revitaderm Psoriasis Formula today, risk-free with our 100% money-back guarantee. Find it at Walmart or CVS in the skincare aisle. This statement has not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Discover the stars and sounds of Latin music's biggest year yet, and get ready for the Billboard Latin Music Awards with a channel featuring all the hits from this year's finalists. Bad Bunny, Karol G, and more. Plus, iconic tracks from past winners. The Billboard Latin Music Week channel. Direct from Miami. Now for a limited time on Channel 79 and the Sirius XM app.
This episode is sponsored by BetterHelp.
People who don't talk to therapists still need help solving their life problems. Some people turn to message boards, discussion sites, or group chats with strangers for advice. But you have no idea who you're talking to. They're not licensed therapists. They aren't trained to help.
BetterHelp therapists work according to strict code of conduct and are fully licensed in the U.S. It's fully online, and you can pause your subscription whenever you need to. Switch therapists at any time at no extra cost. With over 30,000 therapists, BetterHelp is the world's largest online therapy platform, having served over 5 million people globally.
As the largest online therapy provider in the world, BetterHelp can provide access to mental health professionals with a diverse variety of expertise. Find the one with BetterHelp. Our listeners get 10% off their first month at BetterHelp.com/Bennington. That's BetterHelp.com/Bennington.
Hi, I'm Chuck McDowell, and I'm here to help you cancel those outrageous cell phone bills. Ever sign up for one of those too-good-to-be-true phone deals? 1 minute you're feeling great, then suddenly you're paying over $1,000 a year. Crazy, right? You know who else thinks that's crazy? Red Pocket Mobile. That's why Red Pocket plans start at just $10 a month for unlimited talk, text, and data with no contracts and no price increases ever. Plus, Red Pocket gives you access to all 3 5G networks. You pick the one that works best where you live or work, or switch anytime for better coverage. Imagine never being stuck with one network again. And with Red Pocket, you keep your phone and your number. Why in the world would you not switch? Red Pocket Mobile, your new ultimate cell carrier.
Switch now and get one locked-in low price, 3 5G networks, and live customer care in less than 2 minutes. Go to redpocket.com. That's redpocket.com, redpocket.com.
Are you tired of online threats? Then get an antivirus. It's the only online protection you will ever need.
Just a quick question. Does it encrypt your online traffic the same as NordVPN?
No, but it protects your device. Just pop that CD in and you're good to go.
But it will stop your internet service provider and other snoopers from monitoring you online, right?
Oh, no, not really. It won't stop online snoopers or block annoying ads. In fact, forget what I said at the beginning of this ad. This ad is now about NordVPN. I just realized that an antivirus is only half protection online. So get better online protection with NordVPN. It will encrypt your traffic, protect you from malware and phishing, and stop annoying ads. Get NordVPN with 77% off and enjoy 3 extra months. Yeah!
We're back with Sam Roberts Show.
Deluxe edition of the album. There's a double vinyl and digital coming out in November with unreleased tracks, alternate versions of fan favorites, original demos, cover songs. The unreleased tracks are those tracks that have been like sitting for 30
years.
Really?
Dude, they let me into the, by the way, thanks for having me on.
Of course, dude.
Yeah, they let me in the vaults, dude.
Really?
Yeah, and there was stuff in there that I had forgotten about. Like, there was this one song that became another song. That the original version was much more punk rock, and the lyrics were different. They were like from a different point of view. Instead of being apologetic, it was like, F you. It was like, instead of taking the blame, it was giving the blame. It was really interesting.
When you're a songwriter like that and you find stuff, I mean, it must be remarkable because these songs are obviously written from the point of view of whatever you're feeling in that moment.
In that moment.
Right? It's not like a permanent, this is my statement on the matter. It's just, this is what I'm feeling right now. Right. So when you find something like that you don't necessarily agree with anymore, do you go, I don't want people hearing this song? Or do you go, that song was right for that moment?
It's right from the moment.
Right.
It documented the moment. To me, it's like almost like archaeology. It's right. It's like, this is where my civilization, this is where I was at the time. And I've gotten to a place in my life where I look back at that stuff, and even with all that, to me as a creative, I try to gauge things by cringe factor.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Right? Like when you listen back to a record, what's your cringe factor on it? And I got to say, on my records, it's pretty low because I was so adamant at the time about, that song shouldn't be on the record. And the label's like, no, we want that song on the record. It's going to be the second single. I go, not on this record. I had total creative control, and they hated it.
How did you get creative control?
Well, it's interesting. So, like 94, labels were just swarming, but they were just kind of like vultures. They were up on the wall, right? You know, like Snoopy when he's the vulture. You know, they all look like that. And then all of a sudden, one jumped, and they all jumped, and we got
the remastered deluxe edition of the album. There's a double vinyl and digital coming out in November with unreleased tracks, alternate versions of fan favorites, original demos, cover songs. The unreleased tracks are those tracks that have been like sitting for 30
years.
Really?
Dude, they let me into the, by the way, thanks for having me on.
Of course, dude.
Yeah, they let me in the vaults, dude.
Really?
Yeah, and there was stuff in there that I had forgotten about. Like, there was this one song that became another song. That the original version was much more punk rock, and the lyrics were different. They were like from a different point of view. Instead of being apologetic, it was like, F you. It was like, instead of taking the blame, it was giving the blame. It was really interesting.
When you're a songwriter like that, and you find stuff, I mean, it must be remarkable because these songs are obviously written from the point of view of whatever you're feeling in that moment. Right? It's not like a permanent, this is my statement on the matter. It's just, this is what I'm feeling right now. So when you find something like that you don't necessarily agree with anymore, do you go, I don't want people hearing this song? Or do you go, that song was right for that moment?
It's right from the moment.
Right.
It documented the moment. To me, it's like almost like archaeology. It's right. It's like, this is where my civilization, this is where I was at the time. And I've gotten to a place in my life where I look back at that stuff, and even with all that, to me as a creative, I try to gauge things by cringe factor. Right?
Oh, yeah.
Right? Like when you listen back to a record, what's your cringe factor on it? And I got to say, on my records, it's pretty low because I was so adamant at the time about, that song shouldn't be on the record. And the label's like, no, we want that song on the record. It's going to be the second single. I go, not on this record. I had total creative control, and they hated it.
How did you get creative control?
Well, it's interesting. So, like 94, labels were just swarming, but they were just kind of like vultures. They were up on the wall, right? Like Snoopy when he's the vulture. They all look like that. And then all of a sudden, one jumped, and they all jumped. And we got 28 offers. And back then, there was no internet.
Right.
So they would fax it to your manager. And then the managers would turn around and fax those offers to other labels. And then it would just, that's what they used to call a bidding war.
Yeah.
And it would just exponentially get up there. And to me, I was like, man, I don't want to go through that shit because, can I say that?
Of course. Okay. Yeah, whatever you
want.
want.
All right, we're on serious.
That's right.
But I grew up in LA, man. I watched people do that label dance. Hi, guys. Do that label dance and bite themselves in the ass because they just, they pushed it too far. So to me, I'm just like, I made my manager, and he hated it at the time, send this out. This is what I want you to send out. And I sent it out and said, I want this much money. Mm-hmm. I want this many firm records. I want tour support. I want full mechanicals on my publishing after we hit 100,000 records. I want this and this and this and this. And all the labels came back and go, man, this kid knows his stuff. This is cool. Yeah, we're into that. And then I sent another thing. I go, oh, yeah, by the way, I want total creative control on everything. And I produced my own records. And poof.
They went away.
Well, all but about 8 labels. Yeah, 7 or 8 labels. And I'm like, okay. My manager's like, we just walked away from money. I go, no, that wasn't real money. Mm-hmm. Because a lot of those labels wouldn't let, a lot of times you'd bounce and make records and a label wouldn't put it out.
Right.
And just kill their career. these guys were serious. So, and it said in the on the contract, when I went to Capitol, if I give you a record, you put it out. It's contractual. If you don't, you owe me $2 million.
Wow.
And I get the record.
And so you can put it out later.
Yeah. Well, I'll just go
or immediately.
Yeah, I'll go across the street.
Yeah. So how did you get that? But at what point, like, had Everclear been around long enough independently that you had picked up this education in the music industry? Like, because I think that's where they get them, right? A lot of artists don't have an education to the industry and don't know to ask for that stuff.
Well, like I said before, I grew up in L.A. where this stuff was going on all the time. At the time I was living in Portland, that's where Everclear was formed. And but at the same time, I was constantly watching. I mean, when I was 16, 17 years old and playing in punk bands, we would promote ourselves. We put up flyers, we go into stores, and we were doing it ourselves. It was very DIY. And I learned a lot from that. I learned a lot from just being able to set boundaries of like, this is what I want. And at this point, man, I'm 32 years old, and which now seems really young, considering that was 31 years ago. But I was like, this is my last band. And if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it on my terms. If not, I'm going to just pack up my new baby and my girlfriend, and we're going to move to L.A. I'll get a job at a label. I'll write songs. I'll produce. I'll do something in the music. But this is my last chance to do this. And, yeah, I didn't know how it was going to go, but the fact that there was 8 labels left, and we went and met with those guys and settled with Capitol, and and they gave me a deal that was like way loaded in the back because they didn't know things were going to happen. Because when I signed with them, I didn't have Santa Monica. I hadn't written it yet. So most bands at that time were signed for their hit.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then everything else was filler. I hadn't written it yet. When I got signed, they gave us a bunch of money. We did this punk rock tour that nobody came to, opening for a band that no one's ever heard of. And then we went home, and at the time, I told my girlfriend, find us a nice house, like to rent, but I need a basement. Get whatever you want, whatever neighborhood you want, because we were living in a place in Portland called Felony Flats. If you wanted some meth, that was the right neighborhood. Right. And but so she found a nice house in a nice neighborhood with a basement, and we went in and soundproofed it. And at night I would write songs out on the patio because my 2-year-old was sleeping in the bedroom in the back. So I'd write songs on the patio, and then the band would come over during the day and we work them out.
Do you love those days looking back on them now when you were just putting all that stuff together for the first time?
There's a charm to it.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, because like when you talk about how you're asking for what you want, and if you don't get it, then you don't get it, you'll have to do something else. I feel like when you're in the position that you were in when you're 32, you're living in Felony Flats, you're like, you've been doing this forever, you're at the end. You're like, this is the last band, whether it works or not. Yep. It's one of two ways. Either you're going to do it the way you did it with a certain amount of confidence,
right,
or the desperation is going to kick in.
The desperation was I was desperation adjacent. Let's put it that way.
All right.
It was right there.
Especially with a kid.
But at the same time, yeah, and I had a baby, and we were on welfare to pay for the baby. Man,
how do you go from food stamps, welfare, and Felony Flats to full on rock star, like every radio station, MTV, huge? Like how like in your brain, like how do you process like, okay, I just went from one extreme to the next?
I think I put the blinders on, it's just like I just took it like, yeah, that's cool. Okay. Yeah, we got to do that. I was telling someone yesterday that we go into markets, you're talking about radio. We go into markets, and that's back when all the labels had radio reps, right?
Right.
And they come pick you up and they take you around. And we had people battling over presenting our shows that we'd have to go to every radio station in the market.
Wow.
The rock station, the alternative station, the other alternative station, the urban leaning, alternative station. Because they were playing Santa Monica, they were playing Father of Mine, they were playing I'll Buy You a New Life and Wonderful, And I mean, looking back on it, we were just blessed. I'm not religious, but I'm super spiritual. Just blessed to be able to. How many bands have that many hits?
Right.
These days.
Right.
No one. And thank God, because that's why we can go out and we can sell out shows and it's it's a trip.
What?
Sam, it's not just the old school crunchy 90s people coming out, the old school like moms and stuff that are all tattooed.
All their mistakes are everywhere.
No, man, you go in the middle of the country, it's just like Walmart soccer moms are like sleeved. I mean, when I got sleeved, no one was sleeved.
Yeah.
And now everybody is.
Yeah.
But it's funny because I'd say if 30% of the people come into our shows are in their late teens, 20s, they weren't even fucking born when this stuff came out. When this was getting played on the radio and MTV, and they're like, "What's MTV?"
And they're younger now than you were when you got signed.
Oh yeah,
nuts.
No, they were half my age that I was. I felt old then, and they were coming out to the shows, and I'm like, I'm not writing songs. I'm writing songs about parental abandonment. I'm writing songs about people overdosing on drugs. I'm not like. I remember in the 70s, I had problems with bands that were writing songs for teenagers and stuff. It's like, man, you're grown-ass men,
right,
and you're writing songs for kids. I wasn't doing that, but it was resonating.
Right.
There was something about the music and the lyrics that were resonating with them, and apparently still is.
Well, yeah, I think there's that, the melodies are so, catchy and connective, but then there was always a real foundation lyrically. Like, this is coming from a real emotional place that adds that kind of instant, even if those aren't the problems that I'm going through problems.
Right.
And I can relate to the emotion.
Father of Mine, I've had people go, look, I have a great relationship with my dad, but I don't take it for granted because I hear what you're going through, and I had friends that were going through that. Everybody knows somebody, right? And then when you get older, everybody knows someone who's got some disease or sick or whatever. It's just life. And my lyrics are for people that don't want songs about partying, don't want songs about getting laid, don't want to hear songs about, Dungeons and Dragons. That's not my thing. I'm not. I like Rush, but I'm not writing songs like that.
Yeah, no wizards.
No wizards.
No wizards. Can't do wizards.
Though I do in a song called Volvo Driving Soccer Mom talk about a wizard-shaped bong.
Okay.
Because my second wife was working at a record store. That's where I met her. Uh-huh. And some guy calls up and goes, "Do you have bongs shaped like wizards?" She's like, man, you got to rethink your life.
There's
your priorities.
One question that you've got, that one sentence has told me more than I need to know about you. That's so
that I ever need to know about you.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's wild, and I think it speaks to the way people consume music. And I also think, so you were saying before about having creative control allowed you to kind of keep the cringe factor out as much as you could do on your own.
I think so.
What do you think creates the cringe factor? Because there's a lot of songs that were extremely popular when they came out, and you listen back on them now and you're like, ooh. Even 5 years later, you get 5 years removed from a song and listen to it again and go, what were we thinking?
I think in my opinion, I think it's when you give the responsibility to someone else, to a producer, to someone that makes those decisions like that. Not that working with a producer is a bad idea. It just didn't work with me. I would talk to them, and they wouldn't get what I wanted to do. Mm-hmm. They were like, well, we're going to do this and this and this. You'll trust me. You'll like it. I'm like, I don't trust you. Dude, I grew up in a housing project. I don't trust anybody. How about that? What are you going to do that's different from me? And I had one famous producer go, I thought this was, me interviewing you, but it feels like you're interviewing me. I go, I am interviewing you. It's my money. that you're going to get.
Yeah.
He goes, well, it's the label's money. I go, no, brother. That's my money.
It's coming
because
out.
I got to pay you that back.
Yes.
Yeah, that big, all your fancy assistants and stuff, I got to pay for that. So if I'm going to pay for that, what is the value I'm going to receive from that?
But you knew that then.
I knew that then.
So
I grew up poor.
Right.
So
and you think that's the difference, like that you weren't?
I think so.
Yeah.
For me, I can't make judgments about other people, but for me, from my experience, I grew up with a single mom who was just a crazy hillbilly, growing up in a housing project, with a lot of black people and Mexican people, which I am very grateful for because it made me very inclusive and accepting and open. But looking back, it was hard for my mom. But I'll tell you one thing, even though my mom was a hillbilly and grew up in the Deep South during the Depression, my mom never used the N-word, not once. I remember when I was like eight or nine, I'm playing with my friends, all black, and everyone's using the N-word, calling everybody the N-word. And I was doing it too. And she's like, Arthur, she called me Arthur. You call me Arthur, I automatically cringe. And pulled me inside and smacked me upside the head and goes, you don't get to use that word. Ever. But they're using it. Doesn't matter. They're calling me that. Doesn't matter. You don't get to use that word. That was my mom. Mm-hmm. She was tough. She was crazy. Literally crazy. But man, she loved me fiercely from the moment I was born to the moment she died. And when people are like, oh, you had a rough childhood growing up. I did. But I had that.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't have that.
That's right.
Even people with money don't have that.
And as you get older, I'm sure you start to look back on what your mom was actually going through.
Oh, yeah.
And appreciate it, to be like, number one, a lot of people don't have this, but number two, the fact that you had nothing and were crazy, like you just said, that you still went the extra mile and loved me the way you loved me, is like, because you start looking at your parents as human beings, right?
Oh, yeah. Oh, absolutely. I mean, when you grow up, I remember, like, there was a point where I called my mom and I was like, I had a kid, and like a 3 or 4 year old. I'm like, Mom, I just wanted to apologize. I'm sorry. What for? For everything. For everything. My brother died of an overdose. Mm-hmm. My sisters were getting pregnant before, like when they were teenagers and blah, blah, blah. My mom went through all that stuff. And my poor mom, all she ever wanted to do was to have a man. She grew up in the early part of the 20th century. She wanted to be a stay-home mom. That's what she wanted to do. She wanted to bake stuff. All my older siblings, she baked stuff. She never baked stuff for me. Every now and then she'd get Duncan Hines cake, right? Mm-hmm. But because she was working and going to night school and working 2 jobs. And I just like, she's my hero for sure.
So when you start making a ton of money, how do you stay rooted in that guy? Because a lot of people come from nothing, make a ton of dough, and all of a sudden they forgot who they were.
They start buying boats.
And
no one needs a boat.
For what?
unless you're a Gloucester fisherman, you don't need a boat.
No.
Yeah. And it's funny. I was like, no boats.
No wizards, no boats.
No wizards, no boats with wizards.
No. Maybe bongs shaped like wizards.
Yeah, at this point, I'm already clean and sober, so it's like, I don't need your bong.
Yeah.
But how I stayed focused, I think a lot of it was I put the blinders on. One, I stayed in Portland. We bought, when I was living in Felony Flats and we go look at the big houses up on the hill, I bought one of those houses up in the West Hills. But I never lost, I've never been a thing guy. I've never been someone who like really wants to make money. I just don't want to worry about money.
Right.
That's my thing.
It's not about being rich. It's about not being broke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just being able to, if my wife's like, man, I really like that dress, buy it.
Right.
And if I need something, I buy it. I'm a hard guy to buy presents for because if I want something, I learned during COVID, man, everything you want to buy is right here.
Right on an app.
It's in your phone. And it will show up 2 days later.
Yeah, well.
Yeah. And it's, you know, I'm just not, I never wanted to be really, really rich. I really I never wanted to be what you would perceive or call a rock star. I wanted to play in a band, have a house, have a family, and be comfortable.
Right.
And that's where I'm at right now.
Right.
And all my guys that are in the band that work for me and are at the same place right now. We're playing all the time, and these young kids are coming out to shows, singing all the words, not just the hits. Because
to all the songs.
They found us on you know, they got playlists on Spotify, right? That's where kids find stuff.
Yeah.
And they know all the words to every song, and they're singing it fiercely.
That's awesome.
It's almost like 1995, 96 again, because to them it's new.
Right.
It's like it was for you in the 90s, or, you know, if you grew up back then, it was new then. And like when I saw Zeppelin or Aerosmith in the 70s, and it was just like, I felt like I was in a temple going to these rock shows, right? And they have that same look. And that's pretty cool.
It's really cool. And it really is cool how, like, I guess the younger generation now, because everything is at their fingertips, they get that feeling. Because you're right, in the 90s, when you discovered a new band, and then you heard one song, and you're like, I'm so connected to this song. You went and bought the CD.
You had to buy the whole album.
You had to buy the whole album. But then if you liked it, you went, oh, holy shit, this is my band. Right? You had another band, and you got to go through this whole new thing of finding it and discovering
people onto it.
Yeah, and you're buying magazines and trying to figure out when you're going on tour and everything. But just the idea that, like, it's happening rapidly because now, you know, a 16, 17-year-old kid can find one of your songs. I mean, you know, Shane Gillis playing Father of Mine on Tires. Did you see that they used Father of Mine on Tires?
I saw it.
Like, even that scene, you got to believe there are people watching going, what's that song?
Right.
That are then going and finding Spotify. Now they got the whole catalog, and within a week, they're obsessed.
Him and his dad are like, that's not even their best song.
Did you like it when they used that?
Yeah, dude, yeah. Even as long as you spell my name right on the check, dude, that's all I care about. I'm really not that like that, but I mean, just the fact that they're talking about it wasn't negative.
No, they loved it.
You know, talking about, like, you know, the old axiom of, like, any press is good press.
Yeah,
that's not necessarily true. Now, you remember, like, we played Woodstock '99. Now, you remember that HBO thing that came out a couple years ago?
Yeah.
Every band they talked about by name was negative.
Right.
Every band. They didn't mention us
at all.
They didn't mention the fact that we played to 350,000 people, and they were all singing Santa Monica and Father of Mine. They didn't talk about that.
No.
And I remember my wife going, man, why didn't they mention you? I go, baby, they didn't say anything positive about anybody.
Yeah.
Except by just, you know, default.
Yeah.
And I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
Because it was a shit show.
Yeah.
That whole concert was just, everything was going wrong, and everyone, you know, all the musicians are like in the press tent going, oh, you know, there's such a legacy, and, you know, you can really feel the vibe. And they're asking me, and I'm like, man, we're on a Air Force base out in the middle of August, and it's 104 degrees out there, and people are selling bottles of water for $9. And this is, what, 25 years ago?
Yeah.
26 years ago? And I'm like, yeah, one of the reasons the original Woodstock was great is because things went bad, and that allowed people to rise up and act, you know, and take care of people. You know, same thing in 94 with the mud and everything. This was a money grab.
Right.
And I even said that, and they didn't use that.
You said it at the time?
Yeah, I said it in the interviews in the press tent.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm like, do I still get that free pair of Converse?
Yeah, that's the other thing, too.
Like, that guy from Everclear's a bum. Yeah, kind of.
Yeah,
I'm bummer adjacent, for sure.
Yeah, but you were right.
I was totally right.
You were right.
Yeah.
So you knew. Did you know?
Oh yeah, man.
As soon as you walked in, you were like, "This is not what it's supposed to be."
Dude, there was guys. So there was 2 stages, right? Did anybody go? Did you guys go to that?
I didn't go. I mean, I remember like watching it as it happened, and then the news reports and everything. MTV News, and just like and you kind of listen to the vibe. I remember like over the weekend, like it started like, hey, it's Woodstock, this is great, look at all these bands, and then slowly, this got a little rough here, this guy. By the beginning of day 2, it was like, I don't know, things are getting weird, and then by the end, it was this sort of like, a bomb had gone off, and it was a disaster.
Apocalypse.
It was apocalyptic.
Yeah.
It's exactly what it was.
So
everything getting burned to the ground and stuff, and kids like knocking over the towers, but you knew, right? I remember. Even knowing then, like talking about the day before that is when you started hearing about people having heat exhaustion and bottles of water being expensive.
There was no water to the campground.
Right.
Because, we heard that and there was no access. More than that, I was like on the stage and underneath the stage is where all the roadies were.
Yeah.
And they were giving girls passes to come down there and they had beds where they were having sex with young girls to get passes.
Under the stage.
Under the stage. I saw it. And I complained about it. People told me to shut up. And there was girls getting raped and like because there was such a press up against the stage.
Yeah.
And they were raping girls. I mean, we knew we were hearing about this and people weren't talking about it. And I'm just like, this is bad. And then the night after we played on Saturday, we were at our hotel and I met, there was nothing but rock stars in the lobby. I met Rage Against the Machine. I knew the Korn guys and blah, 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 blah. And then this guy comes up to me and I'm talking to my friends and my bass player's like looking like this. And I turn around, there's like a 7-foot black guy, big dude, goes, "Excuse me, are you Art from Everclear?" And I go, "Yeah." He goes, "Ice Cube would like to pay his respects. Can you come with me?" I'm like, "Yes." Yeah. And I turn around to Craig and go, "Hey man, you want to go?" He's gone. And so I go over there. And that was all really cool, but we started hearing rumors about what was going to happen the next night, that because we were planning on staying the next day and night and hanging out and watching Chili Peppers. We heard the Chili Peppers were giving people lit candles. I'm like, we're out of here.
Really?
We're leaving tomorrow morning. Yeah.
Because you knew what was going to say, and that's exactly what happened.
Did you think that was going to be a good idea, giving out 10,000 lit candles?
It's insane. It's insane.
And everything was so expensive.
Yeah.
It was just like, but you know what, man, being on stage, playing my music and having 350,000 people singing my song, I'd do it all over again.
Yeah, I mean, I can't imagine that's a feeling that, like, you can't match that.
I can't explain it.
Yeah.
I can't articulate it.
Especially they're your songs, right? Like.
Oh yeah, Everclear's my band.
Yeah.
I wrote everything, played all the guitars, some of the bass sometimes. Did I say that out loud?
Yeah, maybe a little.
No, it was my thing.
Yeah.
And I look back on it, and with the 30th anniversary, I know people like that. I know everybody, it's a thing, and it brings people out. But being able to remaster the record, it sounds better, because mastering in the 90s was kind of high-endy and stuff like that. And this sounds just ballsier, the whole album. And the extra tracks on it's really cool. And come on, double vinyl is just cool.
It's cool.
It's just cool.
It's cool.
It's 180 gram green vinyl.
Oh, that's awesome.
And it just sounds awesome.
Yeah.
And it's going to be fun.
What is it like for you to have, like, songs that are written based on your trauma? Like, this is hard stuff. Yeah, hard stuff that you went through, to become, like, so popularized like this to the point where like it's on every radio station, everybody's singing along to it. Is there like a disconnect? Like once you write the song, does it become?
It becomes a different thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta let it go. But at the same time, every time I sing Father of Mine, I've got to get in that mindset. That's not a song you can phone in.
Right.
You know, it's not like, you know, come my lady, my butterfly, my baby. You know, I love those guys.
Of course.
Those guys.
No, it's different.
He just died, and he was a sweetheart.
Yeah.
I knew him from meetings and stuff like that, and it's heartbreaking.
Yeah.
But that's not what I did.
Right.
You know, and
I wouldn't have asked them the question about the trauma. I didn't think Butterfly was based on anybody's trauma.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think so.
But you didn't get deep in that song.
I didn't. Maybe verse 3. I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, I don't think there was a verse 3. I'm not even sure there was a first verse.
Maybe not.
It was just a repeating chorus. But I mean, all joking aside, you know, like I write 3 types of songs basically. I think from 3 different perspectives. Some are autobiographical. Father of Mine, I'll Buy You New Life. A lot of others. Another third are songs I take stuff from my life and build a character, like in Santa Monica. And because I was feeling homesick, I was living in Portland where it's rainy and I was missing the sunshine. And I was nervous and stressed because our album was coming out. And so I was anxious. And every time I would go to the beach anywhere, it's like that would go away. Even the Oregon coast, which is nothing like Santa Monica. So when I wrote that song, I named it Santa Monica, which really pissed off the label. Because they're like, you don't say Santa Monica anywhere in the song. I'm like, nope, I don't. And, well, why don't you call it Watch the World Die? Because it's called Santa Monica. It's a song about comfort zones, and that's my comfort zone. And it's going to be called Santa Monica. That's where I had the
creative control.
Exactly.
Have you
looked at my contract? You should break that out.
Yeah. Good look at my contract. This whole conversation is kind of a waste of time.
You're
It's not
wasting
changing.
my time. Oh man, we got into it. One thing about Santa Monica. So I wrote it, and you know, we worked it out. And before we went to Madison, Wisconsin, to Butch Vig's studio, we didn't work with Butch. He was upstairs working on this project that was with a Scottish girl that he had never met. Sure.
Wow.
They were shipping tapes over to Scotland.
Wow.
She'd sing on it, and then they'd ship it back. And but
that's nuts.
We went there to record, and I had never had money before in the studio. I made World of Noise, our first album, legitimately for $400 in trade.
Wow.
Of effects that I had, and we made our first record like that. And Santa Monica was like, I mean, when I wrote Santa Monica, and Perry Watts Russell, who's still a dear friend of mine, was our A&R guy from Capitol, came up, listened to all the songs, goes, I like that song. I remember the demo of that song, and I liked what you did with it. This all sounds great. All these sound great. And then we played Santa Monica, and he goes, wait a minute. Play that song again. And we played it again. He goes, what's it called? I go, I'm calling it Santa Monica. He goes, I don't think you say Santa Monica in it. I go, I don't. He goes, play it again. And so we played it again. He goes, man, that song, that's the best song I've heard that I think might be a single, but it's not done yet. I go, it's done. It's done. Just let me record it. You'll hear it. So I recorded it, and he hears it, and he goes, I'm convinced that this is definitely a single, could be a hit, but it's not done yet. I go, wait till I mix it. So I go to New York and I mix it, and then he goes, I am convinced, Arthur, he's this Ponzi English guy, I'm convinced, Arthur, that this is not done, and this could be a massive hit. And that's when we got into an argument and started using the F word with each other a lot and screaming at each other over the phone. And finally I go, you know what? Fine. I'll redo the song for you. If I don't like it, it doesn't go on the record. I will do it to the best of my ability. But you know what? I'm going to write you a song called You Make Me Feel Like a Whore. How about that? I just came up with that with my head. And it actually became a song that I wrote that was our fourth single off the record.
Great.
But
did you end up using his version?
Well, so we tried to re-record it and we couldn't get it. We went into the studio in LA, what they used to call AM Studios, and we couldn't get it. And I'm like, and this is before Pro Tools.
Right.
And we're like, so, okay, let's make it longer. So we took the last chorus, actually recorded the last chorus to another 2-inch tape machine, taped it on, taped the tape on, and then I added more guitars and more vocals of me going up and doing all the bluesy stuff and stuff like that. And then we mixed it, and Perry's like, now it's done. And it became a literally life change, changed my life.
Yeah.
Would it have been the same way before? I don't know.
That's wild.
I don't care to find out.
Yeah.
we wouldn't be talking.
That's right.
So,
wow.
There you go.
That's nuts, man. You guys are touring. Everclear is on tour with the 30th anniversary of Sparkle and Fade. And I was looking at your dates, man. First of all, a bunch of them are sold out, but tomorrow you'll be in Boston. Wednesday, you're at Irving Plaza.
Yeah.
Friday, you're in Bethlehem, PA.
No, we're not.
It says you're at Excite Center on Friday?
They're wrong.
Okay.
We're in Philly.
Okay. Philly on Friday.
Philly.
And then Cleveland, Cincinnati, all over the place.
Yeah.
But you're performing like every single night. Like, that's wild.
It's a long set, too, because we're doing the whole album.
You are.
Yeah.
That's the move that a lot of bands are doing now, and I love it.
Yeah, but we're doing it. Like, when we did the 20th anniversary, we did side 1, then we did do some songs, then we did side 2, and we did some songs. This time, we're doing 3 songs off the album, first 3 songs. Then we do a song from Afterglow, and then we do another 3 songs. And we're breaking it up like that.
Yeah.
And I think it's cool. It's a nice, for the hardcore fans, they're hearing all the songs, but also for the fans of the hits.
You're getting all the hits.
Yeah,
too.
they're getting that too, and not having to wait till the end for it.
Yeah.
So.
And you like doing it every night like this? Like, I mean, there are going to be nights off here and there, but the fact that like you've got shows tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, like.
Well, this is the long 5-show run of the tour.
Okay.
Most of them haven't been this.
Yeah.
We just came off a 4-show run, and then we got 5, and then I think we got 2 day off, and then 3, and then we're done.
When did you realize you were going to be able to do this anniversary tour? Because or just be one of those bands that tours the anniversary, because I'm sure there was a moment where it was like, okay, like the wave is kind of done, and I don't know what's next, right?
Well, the people kept asking us to do shows. That's like, when that happened, I was kind of prepared for it, so it wasn't like a huge thing. I mean, we still had our hardcore fans,
Sure.
and that's when social media kind of came out, the early 2000s and stuff. And also, that's when these flyaway shows, like Weekend Warrior, like play a Shrimp Fest over here, play a State Fair, play something over there. And now that's a huge part of our business. We do 60 shows a year of just flying every weekend. Like this year, we haven't had a weekend off since the last weekend in February.
Wow.
And we won't until Christmas.
You love that?
No.
But it pays the bills.
Well, yeah. I mean, I have MS. You know that, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so how long am I going to be able to do this?
Wow.
I don't know. I gotta make sure that my family's taken care of if I can't work. Man,
wow.
It's going to have to be really bad for me not to work, because I'll go out there in a wheelchair and sing these songs.
Man.
And
you're just putting that money away so your family has
it.
it.
I am. And all my guys in the band, they own houses.
Uh-huh.
And Freddie's getting ready to buy a house. And we're working because I don't want it to sound so mercenary. I love playing the shows. Do I like that? Yes.
Yeah.
Every show. The travel's hard.
I'm sure.
And it's hard for anyone at any age, but at 63, it's hard.
Yeah.
So, and at 63 with MS, it's like being 75, 80, doing this kind of travel.
Yeah.
It just makes everything harder. But I have to eat right. I have to exercise. I have to, do my meds once a month. I have to, when I'm home, I swim every day. I have a pool in the backyard, which got destroyed in the fire, but got rebuilt.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. So, it's like anything, man. You got to do what you got to do what you want to do.
Yeah.
And what I want to do is make music and take care of my family and just not worry about money.
So was it, when you found out you had MS, was that like a terrifying thing? Yeah.
I didn't know what it was.
Right.
I mean, if someone told you had a disease, it's like, I was in a car wreck and everyone was okay. And about 2 weeks later, I started getting a little twinge in my neck. I called my orthopedic surgeon and he's like, you know what? Go get an MRI. Let me see where it is. I'll give you an epidural and it'll like loosen it up and you'll be fine. And I go get the MRI and I go to his office and I go in his little waiting room or examination room. That's one of those, you walk in and it's got the built bed right there and there's a chair over there. It's like 2 people in there is a lot of people.
Right.
I walk in there's like 6 guys, all in like white coats with clipboards, and they're all like talking, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, excuse me? And all of a sudden they all like look at me like that. And they all stop talking. I'm like, that ain't good. I don't know what the hell that is, but whatever that is, that ain't good. And they proceed to tell me that the pathologist who basically analyzed the MRI saw lesions on my spine and my brain that looked like, and they were all looking at the MRI, and 2 of the guys in the room were neurologists, and they're like, we're pretty convinced this is MS, and you need to go get a second opinion. And they told me that, and I'm like, okay, holding it together, smiling at people as I'm walking out to my car, and I FaceTime my wife and tell her, and we both started bawling because we didn't know what the hell it was.
Of course.
For all I knew, it was like Jerry Lewis did a telethon for it.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know what this is. And I had to drive a very long drive of 40 miles home. And when I got home, my wife had my computer, her computer, the family computer, and my daughter's iPad out. Looked like she was trying to hack into Fort Knox or something. And she's like, baby, we got this. This is not going to kill you. You're going to die with this, but it's not going to kill you. And there's protocols, there's things we're going to do, and I'm going to put you on a gluten-free diet. We're going to do all this stuff. And thank God I had her. And it was doing actually pretty well until I got COVID in 21, and it put me in the hospital. I almost died. I got intubated, the whole 9 yards.
Really?
Yeah, because the medication they were giving me at the time was what they call a neurosuppressant, an immunosuppressant. So it suppresses your immune system because MS, your immune system, is trying to kill you.
Wow.
It's looking at everything and attacking, and it's killing all the myelinial coverings of your nerves.
Yeah.
That's why there's pain. That's why my leg just kicks up every now and then. That's why I got lesions on this side here. So I got a thing called drop foot. So my foot drags. I can't run anymore. I used to love to run. I was that fast kid when I was a kid. I was a wide receiver, man.
Yeah.
And I can't do that anymore, but I can swim.
Right.
And, it's just one of those things that as you get older in life, you learn, okay, I can't go over the wall. I got to go under the wall. I got to go around the wall. I got to do this. I got to figure some way to do what I have to do what I want to do. And I don't complain about it. I'm not mad about it. Thank God I'm sober, and I've got a great sober fellowship of guys. I'm just blessed, man.
It sounds like a wonderful family too.
I do.
Yeah.
Oh, my wife is just killer.
Yeah.
And she's my 4th wife.
Yeah. You
See,
finally
but
got it right.
4-time was the
That's
charm.
it.
Yeah, because when I met her, she's like, all that stuff you used to do with your other wife, the other woman you're with, ain't gonna work with me. If you want to do that, do it with someone else.
Right.
They ain't gonna fly. She's just this little sweet white girl who's just, the most badass people are the people that you don't think are badass. Sometimes my mom was kind of like that, and it's funny because when when she met my mom as my girlfriend, man, my mom hated the wife before her. Hated her. Called her the gold digger. She goes, "Oh, how's the gold digger?" She called me.
Why you're still mad.
It was cool. It was so cool. When she met my third wife, I'm like, "Well, what do you think, Mom?" She goes, "Well, she's pretty, boy. I get it. You got a figure on her." Mom's a hillbilly. And I go, "No, what do you really think about her?" I thought she'd just go, "Oh, hell, I don't know. I just met her." She just looks at me. She goes, "You really want to know what I think?" You just get the hackles in the back of your neck.
There you go. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, no. She's like, "Baby, I think that pretty girl over there is dumber than a bag of hammers and meaner than a bag of snakes, and she's going to try to take you for everything you got."
Wow. First meeting.
Listen to your mama. Now fast forward to 4 years later, and she meets Vanessa. She meets my wife now, and we've been dating for about 6 months, and she was even younger, but she just man, it was like my sisters were like, "God, why don't they just get a room?" and can you say the F word?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So dig this. So after all this, I'm like, "Okay, Mom, what do you think?" She goes, "I think you did I think you finally figured it out, boy." She goes, "Look, I want to tell you something. I love you best out of all my kids." And my sisters are standing right there. I'm like, "Mom, don't say that." She goes, "Shit, I don't care. I'm dying." She was dying with cancer. She's like, "Shit, I don't care." They know.
They know.
But she goes, "Listen to me, boy. This is the one. I love you when I tell you this, but listen to me. Don't fuck this up." My mom had never used the F word in my presence. I was in my mid-40s. I'd never heard her use the F word until that moment.
Wow.
She had 5 kids. I'm sure she knew what fuck meant.
I would imagine. In every way, shape, and form.
Every way, shape, and form.
And now it's 20 years with
almost
20 years with her.
Almost 21.
Almost 21.
Yeah.
That's amazing, dude.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
And we got a 17-year-old daughter who's doing doing applications for colleges and stuff like that. And yeah, man. No, I mean, look, everybody's got bad things that happen, but I'm blessed. I'm doing well right now. I just want to keep my family safe, which is a hard thing to do right now. It feels challenging.
Yeah.
For the first time.
But you came up struggling.
Yeah.
It's been, if anybody knows how to make it through, it's somebody like you, right?
I'm a survivor.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, clearly.
Yeah, absolutely.
Man, I hope everybody goes out to see the Everclear shows whenever they're hitting your town. Everclearmusic.com will have all the dates, but they're all across the East Coast right now for the rest of the month as they get towards D.C., Cleveland, then Ohio, Illinois, Minnesota, all over the place.
And then we go home for 4 days. We have a show in California, home for another 4 days. I have a show in Miami. And then 3 days later, we're on a plane to Australia.
Wow.
For a month. And we come home on December 14th. Yeah, I know.
And then show.
Yeah. But I just want to say, if you're in New York, please come out to the Irving Plaza.
Yes.
There's less than 100 tickets left. And, man, it's one of my favorite places to play in the whole world. It's kind of a shithole, but it's my shit.
XM app.
See website for details. BillsApp.com is not a lender. It does not make credit decisions. Must be 18 years old. Not available in all states.
It's awesome.
I'm so looking forward to it. Man, thank you guys for having me.
Thank you for coming in, man. This has been great. We're going to take a break. Go see Everclear, everclearmusic.com. We'll be right back. Thank you, man.
Thank you, man.
We will be right back with Sam Roberts Show.
The Bonfire with Big J. Okerson and Robert Kelly.
I always say the lady who ran the Broad Ripple, what was that comedy club called out there?
Broad Ripple?
No, it's Indianapolis. I forget the name of it.
Ripple?
You tour, Bobby. You've never been to Crackers Comedy Club?
How do you not remember food? It's like if they named the club Pizza and Fries.
The Bonfire, weeknights at 5 p.m. Eastern on Faction Talk or anytime on the SiriusXM app.
See website for details. BillsHappen.com is not a lender. It does not make credit decisions. Must be 18 years old. Not available in all states.
Honey, everything is so expensive, and our bills are piling up.
You're telling me credit cards are maxed out, rent is due, and the car payment's right around the corner? We need some extra cash.
We should do what my friend from work did. She went to BillsHappen.com and got the money she needed the next day.
Our credit is not great. Are you sure that would work for us?
BillsHappen.com is one of the largest personal loan networks. They can help people with all credit types get up to $5,000.
Sounds like it's going to be a hassle.
My friend said it was super easy. She did it right from her phone during her lunch break.
If you have a regular source of income, you can be approved for a loan for up to $5,000, and your cash can hit your bank account the next day. BillsHappen.com's lenders have millions of dollars to lend, regardless of your credit history.
Guess what? I went to BillsHappen.com, and we're getting our money tomorrow.
Wow, that's fast. Problem solved.
If you need extra cash, go to BillsHappen.com. That's BillsHappen.com. BillsHappen.com.
This episode is sponsored by BetterHelp. Look, we all have people that we go to when we want to discuss the problems going on in our lives, whatever issues that we're facing, whether that's the group text, whether that's friends at work. A lot of them aren't even listening. A lot of them are so concerned with their own issues, they're not paying attention to you. They're just smiling and nodding. That doesn't help. If I were you, I'd go to BetterHelp. BetterHelp therapists work according to a strict code of conduct, and they're fully licensed in the U.S., fully online, and you can pause your subscription whenever you need to. You can switch therapists anytime, no extra cost. With over 30,000 therapists, BetterHelp is the world's largest online therapy platform, having served over 5 million people globally. As the largest online therapy provider in the world, BetterHelp can provide access to mental health professionals with a diverse variety of expertise. Find the one with BetterHelp. Our listeners get 10% off their first month at BetterHelp.com/Teft. That's BetterHelp.com/TEFFT.
Hi, I'm Steven Singer. Yep, that's me, the I Hate Steven Singer guy. Other jewelers hate me. Here's why. You're in love. You found that special someone, and now you're ready to tell the world that you're ready for love. You know what I'm saying, right? You want to get her the perfect diamond engagement ring, but it seems so hard. Other jewelers just love to make it complicated. This diamond is H color, VS1 clarity with no fluorescence and a 60% table. Why do they make it so confusing? How about just making it easy? At Steven Singer Jewelers, we've done all the work for you. It can be easy. Just check out our Ready for Love collection of beautiful diamond engagement rings that are ready to go. You can pick any style and price range you like. Our real jewelers and gemologists have matched the perfect diamond and the perfect setting just for you. Easy peasy. Can you imagine the look on her face when you slide that ring on her finger and ask her, will you marry me? Check out the entire collection of our Ready for Love engagement rings at the other corner of 8th and Walnut with free parking, or online at IHateStevenSinger.com with free shipping. IHateStevenSinger.com. One place, one price.
Straight Shooter with Stephen A.
This is Stephen A. Smith, and I've got something to say. We're talking politics, power, and the real issues that shape our lives. I want to make sure I position myself to be one of those voices that America wants to hear on these matters. I'll be open to being educated, corrected when I'm wrong, but I anticipate those moments to be few and far between.
Straight Shooter with Stephen A. Wednesday, 6 p.m. East on POTUS Channel 124 and on the SiriusXM app.
Hi, I'm Chuck McDowell, and no, this isn't a timeshare cancellation ad. I'm here to help you break free from your overpriced mobile carrier with Red Pocket Mobile. Did you know the average American wireless bill is $140 a month? At Red Pocket, plans start at just $10 a month for unlimited talk, text, and data with absolutely no games and no price increases ever. But it gets even better. Red Pocket gives you your choice of all three major mobile networks for the very best 5G coverage anywhere you are. And you get to keep your phone and number. At Red Pocket Mobile, you don't have to settle. I don't see how anyone could say no to getting one low, locked-in price and 3 5G networks. Red Pocket Mobile, your new ultimate cell carrier.
Switch and get one locked-in low price, 3 5G networks, and live customer care in 2 minutes. Go to redpocket.com. That's redpocket.com, redpocket.com.
You want to run a successful business? You better have the right people. And if you don't have the right people, nothing else is going to work. That's why I use ZipRecruiter to hire. I'm Marcus Lemonis, leader of 2 public companies and investor in businesses across America. And for me, success comes down to the 3 Ps: people, process, and product. Thousands of people are on ZipRecruiter looking for work. People with the skills and experience to do your job right. You post a job, and they find you qualified candidates fast. You don't need to wait around. With ZipRecruiter, you can find the right person right away. And a strong team means fewer fires to put out and a lot less stress at the end of the day. ZipRecruiter, the #1 rated hiring site according to G2, because it works. Try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/Marcus. ZipRecruiter.com/Marcus. That's ZipRecruiter.com/Marcus.
Now that I'm a dad, I can't stop thinking about what would happen to my kids if something happened to me. I want to make sure they can stay in the house and still go to college if I'm not around.
Yeah, that used to keep me up at night too. It's why I finally got life insurance from Ethos. I needed to know my family would be financially secure if the worst happened.
Honestly, I keep putting this off. It seems like a huge hassle.
Ethos made it easy. I got it done in about 10 minutes all online. No medical exams, just had to answer a few health questions.
Wait, that's it? How much are we talking?
It's affordable. I got $2 million in coverage for around $2 a day. And Ethos can get you your lowest rate across their trusted carriers. It will give you some peace of mind. I know I sleep better at night.
I never realized getting life insurance could be that simple. Get your free quote at ethos.com/bonus. That's ethos.com/bonus. Ethos.com/bonus.
Rates may vary. Billed monthly. Sample rate 10-year term life policy for a 35-year-old healthy non-smoking male.
Introducing Bennington on Faction Talk 103 and On Demand, the first father-daughter talk show of its kind. Ron's the father, Gail's the daughter. Imagine the look on your loved ones' faces when a satellite beams the Benningtons' voices directly to your mind. So don't delay. Listen to Bennington now on Faction Talk 103 and On Demand on the SiriusXM app.
It's time to get hyped for the NBA season on SiriusXM. From the Knicks looking to take control of the East.
The clutch player of the year will not be denied. Jalen Brunson puts the Knicks in front.
To Cooper Flagg's debut in Dallas.
Welcome to the league, Cooper Flagg.
And the Thunder defending its title.
Behind the board, knocks down an 8-foot jumper. SGA has come to play tonight, baby.
You'll hear every game on your radio and the hometown announcers on the SiriusXM app.
This episode is sponsored by BetterHelp. Look, we all have people that we go to when we want to discuss the problems going on in our lives, whatever issues that we're facing, whether that's the group text, whether that's friends at work. A lot of them aren't even listening. A lot of them are so concerned with their own issues, they're not paying attention to you. They're just smiling and nodding. That doesn't help. If I were you, I'd go to BetterHelp. BetterHelp therapists work according to a strict code of conduct, and they're fully licensed in the U.S., fully online, and you can pause your subscription whenever you need to. You can switch therapists anytime, no extra cost. With over 30,000 therapists, BetterHelp is the world's largest online therapy platform, having served over 5 million people globally. As the largest online therapy provider in the world, BetterHelp can provide access to mental health professionals with a diverse variety of expertise. Find the one with BetterHelp. Our listeners get 10% off their first month at BetterHelp.com/Teft. That's BetterHelp.com/TEFFT.
Are you tired of online threats? Then get an antivirus. It's the only online protection you will ever need.
Just a quick question. Does it encrypt your online traffic the same as NordVPN?
No, but it protects your device. Just pop that CD in and you're good to go.
But it will stop your internet service provider and other snoopers from monitoring you online, right?
Oh, no, not really. It won't stop online snoopers or block annoying ads. In fact, forget what I said at the beginning of this ad. This ad is now about NordVPN. I just realized that an antivirus is only half protection online. So get better online protection with NordVPN. It will encrypt your traffic, protect you from malware and phishing, and stop annoying ads. Get NordVPN with 77% off and enjoy 3 extra months. Yeah!
Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile with a message for everyone paying big wireless way too much. Please, for the love of everything good in this world, stop. With Mint, you can get premium wireless for just $15 a month. Of course, if you enjoy overpaying, no judgments, but that's weird. Okay, one judgment.
Visit mintmobile.com/radio.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. Intro rate first 3 months only, then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See full terms at mintmobile.com.
Are you having trouble hearing? Hearing loss can devastate the quality of your life. Now, there's an affordable fix for you or your loved one. Rated the best hearing aids of 2025 by Forbes Health, Audion Hearing has the highest quality hearing aids at the lowest prices, starting at just $98 a pair.
I actually like them better than my old $5,000 hearing aid.
I could not believe how my hearing and life changed.
Join over 1 million happy customers by going to audionhearing.com. That's AUDIEN hearing.com.
We're back with Sam Roberts.
You know, I like to think that on this program, we're kind of free to talk our shit. You know, because it's just us. It's us here in the room. It's our degenerate listeners. It's a little community here.
Well, you don't have to say that about the listeners.
Well, you know, we're all in a safe space is the point.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I always assume nobody's listening.
Right, and that's the fun of it, right?
Yeah. Why? What happened?
Well, I keep getting hit up by people that are like, hey, and it's the people that I'm talking about.
Oh, no, did something happen?
Again, I keep getting hit up, but everybody's listening. And I don't know when that started. Everybody's listening all of a sudden.
It's weird.
So I don't know if I told you on the air, but Chris Cuomo took umbrage with me.
No, you've not talked about this.
Yeah. Chris Cuomo took umbrage with the things that I said. You know?
About what?
Well, because I said that Chris Cuomo did not know anything about the Butthole Surfers. If you recall, Chris Cuomo said, well, you know, when one of our listeners prank called Chris Cuomo's show and said, hey, will you please tell Sam Roberts and Troy Kwan that the Butthole Surfers were not just a one-hit wonder? Chris said, well, what other hits did they have? He went with it. And then he said, well, this hit and that hit. And Chris Cuomo was like, yeah, I've heard those tracks. You're right. They're not a one-hit wonder. And I said, bullshit. I said Chris Cuomo doesn't know anything about those songs, right?
I remember that.
And then all of a sudden, I check my DMs.
Yeah. They're open?
It said, no, well, on Instagram. It said, Mikey had a facial scar and Bobby was a racist. I dig the Surfers and your show.
Oh,
okay. It was from Chris Cuomo.
Okay.
That's cool.
Chris Cuomo wrote that. And then he said, you question my knowledge and affinity for the anal assassins. I will beat you like an egg. That's true.
The anal assassins?
That's what he said. And we had followed up with a conversation, but that's what he said to me. He was upset.
Is that what he's calling the Butthole Surfers?
The Anal Assassins, of course. I would say that's a fitting name for the Butthole Surfers, the Anal Assassins. I knew what he was talking about.
I
knew what he was talking about.
I Googled it.
You're right.
I don't see the Butthole Surfers come up. There is something called Anal Assassins, Horny Harlots Show Their True Colors.
Yeah, Troy, you shouldn't be Googling anal assassins on the company computer.
I think Mike knows all about that. But yeah, but no, and then we had so now I'm like, I have to take responsibility for the things that I say, which I don't like to do. I'm not used to doing that. I just say stuff,
That's
you know?
annoying.
You know?
But I feel like you stand by what you said.
I do. But I didn't know I was going to have to deal with it. You know what I mean? I figure I could just say this stuff and it goes away. And then Chris Cuomo's like, hey, stop right there. And okay, Chris, I didn't realize. But then it goes further.
Oh, I didn't know you were so lit.
I'm very lit.
Goes further than that convo?
Yes. Remember also?
Okay. I don't think I know this part.
You don't.
Good.
Remember also we were talking about the LeBron James decision?
Yeah.
And we said They did it on 10-10 wins. They got tricked, and Scott Stanford said everybody got tricked.
Oh, yeah.
Scott Stanford reached out to me. He said that was not true. I said, everybody's reaching out to me.
He did. They said, oh, they fooled us.
Okay, see? Okay, so he sent me the copy.
What the hell?
Of the break. This is true. Scott Stanford, the morning man at 10-10 wins, said, I want a complete retraction. This is true. I want a complete retraction. Never use the words fooled the NBA world, must have been someone else. And then he sent me the copy. And this is like not even like, there's a picture of the copy.
Right.
Like of the actual copy.
Straight out of Burley.
That's right. It says, LeBron said he was making the decision of all decisions, and he did. He decided on cognac, taking his talents, the liquor cabinet. The king punked us. We all thought he was going to make a retirement announcement. So the spirit of it is still there.
Yeah.
The spirit of it is still there.
A very 10-10 wins of you.
The Lakers superstar teased a big decision, sparking retirement rumors and sending Lakers ticket prices soaring. But when the big reveal came, it was really just an ad for Hennessy. The new partnership with the cognac brand includes a limited edition bottle featuring LeBron's name and signature King James gesture. So he didn't say fooled us. He did say we all thought he was going to make a retirement announcement, which the spirit does remain. Again, an incident where we can stand by what we say.
Yeah.
However, I also did not know I was going to have to take responsibility for these things.
Yeah, I spent 40 years getting gaslit by 10-10 wins morning men.
It won't happen again?
I know the deal.
Right. I mean, even Nicole comes in. What did you just say? Like, I'm like, I can't win for trying. You know what I mean? Like I'm just trying to talk my shit. And what I'm trying to do is be able to talk shit about people consequence free. That's all. And I don't think that that's such a big ask, like to just like without any consequence, and just everybody understands that if I say it, it's probably not to be meant to be taken seriously.
Also, stop listening.
I would say 95% or more of what I say is not to be taken seriously because I'll just say stuff. Is that fair?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, you make fun of me all the time.
That's the 5.
Oh, shit.
That's why I didn't say 100%. You suck. Yeah. So
I would like a full retraction.
Well, no, I know. I looked you right in the eyes and said that. So
the problem is you're speaking truth to power, and
the power's fighting back. They're like, we don't want that out there.
Yeah.
We don't want that, especially on a vehicle this large.
That's so funny.
I mean, this is this is what I'm saying.
I think those days are over.
I think so too. And Sirius can try to put me in whatever corner they want to put me in. I'm getting hit up by the people I'm talking about. That when does that start happening? That wasn't supposed to happen.
No.
I thought we were just talking about 10-10 wins morning. I didn't know. I got out of the shower. There's texts. I'm nude. I was fresh out of the shower. I was nude.
Speak more about that.
So I was nude. And then I put a towel on when I saw who the text was from. I said, let me put a towel on.
I think you didn't just walk around naked in front of your kids?
Well, no.
Oh,
okay.
That'd be really weird.
I thought that was a normal thing to do.
It'd be weird. By the way, we got further into that discussion. There's a new Satisfying podcast that drops. Well, the audio is dropped right now on the SiriusXM app and wherever you get podcasts. And if you just look up Satisfying Podcast on YouTube, that's the podcast I do with Nicole Ryan from the Morning Mashup, Nicole Biggins. And we did go further into her nudist ways. And if it's like, if she's dealing with her living in a small apartment in New York City, making decent money with a family and everything is absurd. It makes no sense.
Well, she works in the city.
So?
A lot of people work in the city.
Yeah.
You don't live uncomfortably because you work in the city. If anything, the reason you work in the city is to make enough money to live comfortably.
People like city living.
Nobody likes city living.
Nobody does.
Nobody actually does. That's
a lie.
It's a total lie.
But everything is walkable.
Yeah, and you have to walk past people cutting their wrists. Are both things fair to say?
Absolutely. I forgot to tell you about my commute in the other morning.
Now what?
What happened?
Well, when I was riding up the bike lane on 6th Avenue.
Which you get to do conveniently because you live here in the city. So you get to just ride your bike.
I get to ride, and I love riding bikes.
And riding bike's great.
And you can't ride bikes out in the suburbs.
They don't have bikes out there.
No. There's nowhere to ride them.
No.
You don't have anywhere to ride bikes out there?
Not in the suburbs, no. They don't allow them.
Yeah, so I was riding in, and then there was a African American woman, which appeared that's what she was.
Okay.
She had a shower cap on.
Oh, okay.
And it's dark out still, like when I'm riding in. She had a shower cap on. She had sunglasses. She had some sort of like
It was dark.
It was dark,
but she had sunglasses on.
She had some sort of cotton. I don't know if it was tissues or cotton, but shoved up both nostrils, and she was screaming in the bike lane, "You're gonna die today! You're gonna die today!"
Okay.
To you?
Just to everybody.
To everybody. Right.
I was like, "Whoa!" Let me look around her.
Right. Well, if there's one person's word I could take for that, this lady seems to know something I don't.
Yeah.
Because I don't have a shower cap, sunglasses, or cotton swabs up my nose.
Right.
You know, when she said, "Luckily you made it,"
she was screaming it.
Maybe she was singing lyrics. Was she? Did she have headphones in?
I don't know. Maybe she had her earbuds.
Maybe it was a hardcore
earbuds.
song.
Could have been earbuds.
Maybe it was some Pig Destroyer.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean.
Oh man.
Right. You could also just take a train.
No. Well, then there's guys cutting their wrists.
No. I meant no. If you take a train in from outside of the city, those are more commuter rails. You don't really have to worry as much about.
I mean.
But look, sometimes your bus will catch on fire.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not safe. I mean,
No, that's not safe.
Poor Danielle had to go through.
That's true. That's true. I mean, that's once in the whole time. You've got multiple stories every week.
Daily.
But it's funny.
It is fun. Bottle rockets?
Not recently.
But where'd you see them?
Oh, that was on the subway.
Funny you should mention that. That was the subway. Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
So, yeah, maybe Nicole likes the adventure of getting to work.
She doesn't.
I don't think I mean, do you like the adventure?
Yeah. It aggravates you.
Let me ask you this. Where are you happiest? Tell me the truth.
Florida.
Okay. Okay.
But if I lived in Staten Island, I don't know if I would.
I would never advocate for that.
Yeah. I mean,
don't get me wrong. I would never advocate. That's not even a suburb. It's a shitty borough.
It's
a trash heap.
It's the number 5 borough
Guys.
on a list of 5. Power ranking the boroughs, Staten Island comes in dead last.
Yeah, they literally created a borough on a trash heap.
They moved, they built houses around a dump.
Top 5 borough, though.
It is a top 5 borough, to be fair. Unfortunately, it's 5th place, but it is top 5, for sure.
5, yeah.
For sure. See, Hot Dog says he gets triggered when I start talking about living in the city.
Of course he does.
Of course, yeah, because
he's one of these like guys in their late 30s who's like clinging on to like city living.
That's it. I think city living is fun when you're younger.
Yeah.
But, and you know, if you're single, I don't have any, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
especially if you have another place, you're single, it really is, this is my residence to work.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with it.
Yeah.
But the idea of like, no, I want to do the whole family thing.
That's cool.
Unless you're a billionaire.
If you can get you have space.
Yeah. If you can get a brownstone, or you can even get a large apartment, 3,000 square foot apartment, of course.
My neighbors are raising a kid in a studio.
That's
yeah, I mean, it's bad.
insane.
It's bad.
That's not healthy. Like mentally that's not.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, they let their kid run up and down the hallway.
Because where else are you going to
Where
run?
are they going to get their exercise?
Right.
Oh, you got to listen to that?
Oh my God, the kid's screaming all the time.
He is?
They're a strange couple.
You don't open the door and like clothesline him?
It would be great if as he was running, you just opened the door, you ran straight into the door.
I mean, and their kids banging on the walls.
Oh, perfect.
Oh my God.
And I think there's a kid above us because I hear like.
Yeah. No, Hot Dog's right. I mean, I'm way out of line when I talk about living in the city.
Yeah, if you have the money and if you're going to raise a family, you don't do it in the city.
Right, unless you have a ton of money.
It's a stupid amount of money.
Right.
You're multi-millionaire.
Right. In which case, that's fine.
Just runs around the hallway?
Yeah. It's great. My building is just Looney Town.
Doesn't he go to school?
No, it's a she, and she's like maybe 3 or 4.
Oh, perfect. So you should deal with a 3 or 4 year old going nuts all the time. That's
what about
perfect.
universal pre-K? What did de Blasio do this for? Nothing?
Yeah, I
I
don't
thought
know.
we had universal pre-K.
Yeah. Get that kid out of the hallway.
Universal pre-K mainly to get the kids out the hallway.
Yeah.
I hear you.
But what can you do?
What can I do? What do you want me to do?
What can you do?
Yeah, what can he do?
Move?
By the way, that's another thing. I'm just trying to talk my shit over here. I'm getting texts from Hot Dog about I can't talk about living in the city without one of the city's #1 residents, Hot Dog, hitting me up. You know what I mean? I got to watch everything I say now.
I can't picture him anywhere else. He doesn't want to get a driver's license.
Right.
Would you want him to get a driver's license?
No.
You wouldn't?
No.
No, it's a horrible idea.
I love that. He's like, no, I'm going to live in the same place because the bodega's open.
It is nice.
I'm sure it is. There's a gas station store by my house.
Yeah?
24/7.
No shit.
Yeah. And a McDonald's is 24/7. And guess what? It's a standalone McDonald's. It's not a shitty, weird New York City McDonald's. And it's 24/7.
Does your McDonald's have an age restriction?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, they haven't. That hasn't been required because of the unruly teens. Because of mobs of unruly teens. No.
All right.
No, that hasn't.
Because of a functional ice machine?
The ice machine usually does work. And in the rare case that it doesn't, you can ask the nice lady behind the counter for some yellow, and she'll give you some.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know what that's like here.
You don't have ice.
Well, the one on Broadway in Astor Place, I mean, that never has ice. I mean, that is a war zone. If you want to go to a McDonald's, that is a war zone.
Right.
Go there.
That's the one?
That's the one.
Like Portland?
Yeah.
Yes.
I just love that because they're like, do you have ice cream? Can I get a McFlurry? Ice cream?
What?
Our ice machine doesn't work, let alone our ice cream machine. Are you crazy?
Nuts.
Can I have some ice? No.
No.
No, you may not.
No.
My soda's warm.
Well,
I don't give a shit.
Yeah. Keep it moving, idiot.
You chose to live here.
Yeah. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Go somewhere else.
How about that? Yeah. Can I have some ice? No, but you can go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
How about that?
You can eat a dick.
Yeah, if you want. Would you like to eat a dick along with your Big Mac? Is that what you'd like? Get the fuck out of here. You got customers behind you. Huh.
Hot Dog's got kids running upstairs
He
on
does
his ceiling too.
Let's see. Okay, we have the same kids running up our ceiling issue too, but I think, okay. They may need a more sensitive learning environment, is what Hot Dog's thinking. Yeah. Isn't that so? That's like a thing.
Yeah, I guess.
It's going to be children running around above the apartment, no matter where you go.
Oh, yeah. Screaming.
Yeah.
Banging on the walls.
I mean, I did even
You're
in the
just trying
suburbs.
to watch your linear TV.
I know.
There was one apartment that I lived in the suburbs, and it was apartment living, but there was where I did live in an apartment where there was a schizophrenic man that would sometimes yell up the pipe.
But wasn't he your landlord?
No, I had another incident with a landlord.
Strange incident.
Got out of there too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you never know what you're gonna get.
No, especially with apartment living and everything, especially when it's a landlord situation.
And you can visit the apartment.
No, you got to do a couple nights before you really know.
Yeah.
Because that's when a landlord is telling you, like, no, he's a little schizophrenic and he'll make threats, but it's not. He will never do anything.
Oh,
he's harmless. Oh, and you go, okay, all right.
Everybody's nuts.
That is the thing too. Everybody's nuts.
When I used to live on the Upper East Side, I would be walking to the subway to go to work for O&A, so I'd have to be in at like, I don't even know, like 4:35, 5 o'clock, And there would be an apartment where you could see in the window, you could see everything, and they'd have all the lights on. They had no furniture. And every day this guy was walking around naked. What? And he was just kind of like
in a zombie state?
Like in a zombie state. Every morning he was naked.
It was ugly naked guy. From Friends.
That's right. That's right.
Was he hollering?
No, I don't know if he even knew where he was.
We had an old bagel shop when I was in high school where the rumor was that it was called the Naked Bagel Store because the Naked Bagel guy, there was a rumor it was the best bagels in town.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But apparently he cooked them naked. Okay. But the bagels were good enough that nobody cared.
Okay.
You can look past that.
Yeah.
I mean, as long as there's not like pubes in it or something.
No pubes. And they didn't even do the thing in Dirty Work, like where there's a picture at the bottom of the bagel box.
Dirty Work.
Yeah.
That's like the fifth Dirty Work.
Well, they had all these good friends.
He recently just watched it.
I just watched the Jim Downey doc, and they were talking about Norm.
How great is it?
The Jim Downey doc is wonderful. It's such a great documentary. Downey wrote that, I believe is what it's called on Peacock. And they have a whole section on Norm. And they play this clip of Norm on Letterman right after he got fired from SNL. Mm-hmm. And I mean, it's just Norm is so goddamn funny. When he goes like, they called me and they said, yeah, bad news. You're fired. And I said, whoa. That's terrible. That's horrible news. That's horrible. Why? And they said, well, because you're not funny. And I said, that's even worse news. Yeah, but it's a great doc. It's about Jim Downey, who's by far the most tenured writer in the history of SNL, and definitely the greatest sketch writer of all time. Going back to our living situations, Hot Dog says gas stations have no culture.
Oh, shut up.
Don't you hate it when people... I know that he's like technically arguing your side, kind of, but like it's just a dumb thing to say, isn't it?
I think people that live in the city really love living in the city.
So they just say dumb shit.
Because it's his identity.
It's his identity. And then he
it's
says...
not your identity. You live here, you have your reasons, but it's not your identity.
I do enjoy living here.
Sure, I believe you.
Right, but if you could spend the rest of your life in Florida...
Yeah.
Right. Hot Dog, he's here for life.
Suburbs are sterile and lifeless and boring.
Oh, shut up.
Which, like...
That's a hack take.
I know, it really is a hack take, and also, like, that's called nature. Like, do you understand, like, driving this weekend... with the top down.
The titties out?
Titties out. Well, we don't say the car's topless. We say the titties is out. Driving around, like, with just a little autumn breeze and just, like, all the leaves, like, literally just driving down your own street and all the leaves are changing around you. It's amazing.
He doesn't know what leaves look like.
No.
There's no trees here.
He just knows everybody wishes he would.
Got him.
Got him. He's sitting there hitting the radio. God damn it, he got me again.
That is a kind of person, though. Is somebody that loves the city so much. They grew up here. They've never experienced anything else.
Right.
They will not get their driver's license.
Right.
Because they think they're doing some sort of like something wrong, like turning your back against public transportation.
Right.
They love congestion pricing.
It's the same people that love congestion pricing. And it's just being stubborn and dug in.
Yeah.
As opposed to being like, hey, how about like just live your own life and realize that like whatever city you're in, they don't actually have your best interest at heart.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like you're being...
Don't tell them that.
They don't have your best interest at heart. This is the same... I mean, bro, I am furious to this day that he actually repeated the line. Getting an Uber is so fast now. It's fucking not. It's the exact same. It's the exact same. I drive to work. Nothing's changed. Nothing has changed. Oh, driving an Uber, getting an Uber. And he was, there's less traffic in the neighborhood. No, there's fucking not less traffic in the neighborhood. It's the same.
Yeah. Or more.
Maybe more. And then even he thought he would because he's such a mark. He thought it's like, well, I'll be pro congestion pricing and pretend it's quicker to get an Uber because they're going to put all that money into the trains. Because he actually bought it. Hook, line, and sinker. He bought it. And then what's the next thing you know? Number one, trains are more expensive. Mm-hmm. Tickets are going up. And number two, they've been faking repairing them, right?
Yes.
Is that the news story?
Yes.
They've been pretending to repair the trains. They're not actually repairing the trains. I mean, thank God they figured out an amazing subway system in the 1920s because they've just left it alone since then.
Yeah.
It's crazy, right?
It's nuts.
You're like, oh, a vintage car. No, we just haven't replaced it. Look at this. The MTA, I hate the pop-ups on the New York Post website. It's you can't even...
It's horrible.
You can't access anything. No. The MTA's faked safety checks at station led to gruesome injuries and platform mishap, says a lawyer.
No, that's not good. No, platform mishap is never good.
No, you don't ever want to hear platform and mishap.
Honey, what happened at work today? Well,
there was a platform mishap. Yeah, why were you so late? Well, apparently the train in front of me had a platform mishap. I mean, you should see me in a subway station hugging the wall.
Yeah.
I'm not getting anywhere near anything. Because you know what a platform mishap also is? A boot to your back.
Or, I think it happened at Union Square a couple times. They have the platform that moves closer to the subway.
Oh, perfect.
Oh, yeah. And on the Green Line?
Yeah. And people have gotten caught between them. And literally, they've had to come say, hey, when we move this, you're going to die.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Because they're trapped.
They're trapped. And when they move the
everything
platform,
just pours
everything
out.
pours out.
I've seen those videos.
Oh, why are you watching those videos?
What's the matter with you?
No. I just stop them before. I see the videos of them talking to the guy.
You just watch the suffering?
No, I turn it off when I realize what it is.
Why even?
Yeah, what's the matter with you?
They feed it to me.
Who's feeding it to you?
The algorithm.
What algorithm? What has that?
I don't know. Twitter.
I thought your algorithm was like wrestling and office outtakes.
Well, that's why I have to change it. That's why I watch all these weird documentaries. I have to fix my algorithm.
That's a terrible thing to have in your algorithm.
But that's why I want to see what's happening with what really happened with the Spice Girls. You know what I mean? Fix it. Fix the algo.
I got bears on swings.
That's the move.
Yeah.
That's for sure the move.
See, the swing wasn't big enough for the bear, so the owner of the house made a bigger swing.
Did Bear come back?
Yeah.
You like that swing?
I loved it.
That's great.
Bears.
I know.
They're so cute.
Yeah.
Send me that video when you get a chance.
No.
I'd love to see that.
No, I'm afraid you're going to ruin my algorithm.
Somehow.
Like seep in.
I don't want to get anywhere near it. Yeah, it says this woman, Mara, in Hot Dog's beloved city, bashed her face and broke her hand when she tripped on a platform at the Greystone station. But her lawyer said the hazard likely went unfixed because of MTA inspectors who filed phony safety reports without ever doing required safety checks. She just goes flying forward, face first, into the concrete. Oh, yeah. Well, luckily, congestion pricing. She put her hand out, and that's how she broke her hand, and she also hit her face. Oh, that sucks.
Kind of funny.
They're like, why didn't you block it? I did. Also, I forgot to tell you my hand's broken. When it rains, it pours.
Subway's a wild place.
Meanwhile,
this was Metro North.
Meanwhile,
still MTA.
Yeah, they go, Kathy, what happened to all the money for the MTA? What happened to the $9 tolls? She said, well, I had to build the mascot. I had to build the phone mascot.
Oh, you think this is all because of Freddie Focus or whatever?
Yeah, you know what
Frankie
she said?
Focus?
You know what she said?
What?
I had to buy a shit ton of Yonder bags. There's no money there.
We have no money.
And
these kids aren't even closing them.
They said, I don't know. At some point, we decided to put all the state money into one checking account. And so it's just one.
It's just in one?
Yeah, just one checking account. So all the money goes into one checking account, and the budgeting is out the fucking window, she said.
That's how it's supposed to work.
I don't think so. But enjoy your bodegas.
Yeah. Well, you enjoy your gas station with no character.
Exactly. What is it, 7-Eleven?
I mean, 7-Elevens are great.
Yeah,
They are kind of
Slurpees.
cool.
Yeah, I mean, 7-Elevens are amazing. I got a 7-Eleven near me.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
You should come by.
I will.
5 taquitos for $4?
Yeah.
Come on. And they're like real taquitos.
And by the way, anybody that's working cashier at a 7-Eleven 24 hours or a gas station store 24 hours has a story. Like, there's character. If you start talking to the dude who runs the store doing the overnight shift, there's a story to tell there. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And who comes in and everything. Although all the trees and everything, it's just boring and stagnant. I prefer
All that fresh air.
Right. I prefer stepping over human feces.
And breathing in brake dust.
Yeah, that's what you want. No. There's no more brake dust. Don't forget the congestion tolls.
Oh, it
There's
helps.
so much fewer cars. All right. Let's get out of here. It's been a hell of a show. Thanks again to Art from Everclear. We do have to continue on with our alt-rock one-hit wonders of the 90s list. Hopefully we'll get to that this week. I mean, there's so much to do. Be here for all of it. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a good one.
There's more Sam Roberts Show after this.